startup time. Hopefully everything works. Yo, King, what's up? Hey, I didn't do the normal intro today. Sorry, guys. We're jumping in live. We're hot mic, hot video, hot feed. Let's just see who's here. There's United. Yo, what's up? What's up? Hey, welcome. I am here with Card Game Crypt. What's up, Card Game Crypt?
What up?
Or Two Lanes? How do you?
I'm not a streamer,
How?
so I might stop braining in the middle of a. What do I say now?
You're fine. You do videos, but you've been doing videos for a long time. You know what you're doing. You don't have to be a streamer.
I do videos where if I mess up a line, I can do it 10,000 times until it's right.
You can do that here too, to be fair.
Oh, okay.
Just keep saying. Oh, Skurai, welcome. Spooks the Boops, welcome. Wednesday, Hippo Eater, hey everyone. Glad to have you guys in here. Let me, actually, no, I should be good. There we go. Okay, awesome. Sorry for the delay. So just so everybody knows, I do not use TTS as much as I should. So I, like, every time I boot it up, it's been like 6 months since I've used, like, I watch the main deck team using it sometimes, but I don't actually use it myself. So then I boot it up and then my brain just stops. And I'm like, how does this work? What's going on? But we're good now.
Oh, so like me when I try to talk in complete sentences, makes sense.
Yes, exactly.
I know how it is.
I gotta crank up your volume here a little bit. I think that should be better.
I can turn myself up if you want.
Nope. I'm good. I don't even have any like music or anything playing right now, but maybe I should get some like real quiet music going in the background. But Wednesday, I hope that's a little bit better. Hopefully you can hear Two Lanes.
I can just start yelling too, because I'm pretty good at that.
Oh, see, I thought you said you weren't a streamer, but it sounds like you have it figured out actually.
Oh. It's that easy?
Yeah, you just yell. It's not that hard. Okay. Yeah, let me know, everyone, if you can hear him now. I don't want to really get started on things until we have that part figured out. But I'm going to try to get some just like quiet music going in the background, which is probably going to go really poorly right away. But I'm sure we'll get there eventually. Two Lanes, why don't you say a couple more? Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are and what your channel's about. That's probably a good way to do this.
All right. You did make sure this was a multiplayer room, right? Because I don't see it even when I search for
it. Oh, I haven't invited you yet. Don't worry.
Oh, I should be able to join just off.
No, I said it on invitation.
Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. All right. So I'm Card Game Crypt or Two Lanes. That was like my name before, and I still have it, even though I don't really use it, but I do. I kind of just am like the ultimate card goblin in terms of just like playing every game that exists, every trading card game, or trying to. There's a lot of them out there. Oh my gosh. I was telling Dan, just in the past like 3 months, ever since Gen Con, I think I have like 12 new games, and I'm just like, it doesn't end. Every time I think there's not going to be more, there's just way more.
Yeah, it really is crazy, and it's really remarkable how many of these small games that you pay attention to, because I try really hard myself to catch like every game that comes out, and you're always like popping out games that I've never heard of, and I don't know where you even find these things.
Oh, the homemade trading card game Discord's server is one.
Oh, there you go.
Facebook ads just give me random games I've never heard of in those before. I'm like, how does this game's like, it wasn't on Kickstarter, it wasn't anywhere, it's just like on this guy's website, and that's where you find the game. That's the only place to find it.
Yeah, that's the homemade trading card Discord. I know you spend a good amount of time there, and you've been even doing some game jams, designing your own games sometimes. Is that right?
Yes, so I've played I call it playing in the jams, when you make the game, in three game jams in that server, and the third one, I finally was like, hey, this actually kind of is cool. I'm gonna keep doing this. So nice. I think they've had 2 more since then, but I've kept going with my little Monster Hunter, but legally distinct game.
Yeah, that's right. I think I remember you showing that one off a little bit on the main deck Discord at one point, which looked pretty neat.
Yes.
Okay, so
we're almost at the point where we could get a real frame and real art instead of like the AI slop.
Ooh, that would be great. That would be awesome. All right, we got King. Yeah, King's asking how it's going.
What up, King?
We see King a lot on the main deck Discord. Okay, I think so. It sounds like your audio is pretty good here, and I'm just trying to open up my mixer here so I can make sure I don't like blast people's heads off when I turn the music on. Oh, I got to turn off the volume on AIM, so make sure, just in case I get an AIM message while we're doing this. People may wonder if I'm joking. Well, I won't actually get a message, but I do have AIM installed from the Grand Archive spoiler video that I did. It was part of my sketch. Okay, this might be way too loud, actually. Let's see. I don't know how to get it any lower than this, frankly.
I love when sketches have you like open some like ancient program or something that you just like, oh my gosh, I forgot about this thing.
Yeah.
But I thought about it for a joke.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. Okay, so I do have some music playing. Hopefully you guys can hear everything still. I literally have the volume for Chrome set to 1. I can't do any lower than that, so if you can't hear it, then if you can't hear us, then I'll just turn the music off because there's no point. But I just thought it'd be nice to have a little bit of something playing here. So once again, everyone, just letting me know how that goes. And then last thing I have to do is actually get 2 lanes into this room here. So give me one moment. Give me one moment to complete that action. All right. So I think we just... Did you just add me? We're friends here somewhere?
Should be.
Trying to see.
Something your way.
Oh, here we go. Maybe it's this. Yeah, here we go. Okay. I'm going to confirm this. There we go. All right. Now it's functional. I have invited you. Let's get going here. Okay, sounds good. Perfect. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the feedback. So once we load 2 lanes in here, we're going to get our decks out, and here we go. He's connected.
We're going to get our what out?
We're going to get our decks with an E.
Okay.
Okay. So you can get your deck objects out here. The cool thing about Grand Archive is we get to load multiple decks, which is exciting.
You must promote me if you go to the upper right-hand corner of TTS.
That's right.
And click my name.
You are promoted.
Otherwise, I can't load my objects.
You are very promoted.
And I'm looking for...
Yeah.
Oh, I need to organize my saved objects.
Eric says we have an old playmat with memory because Eric's my favorite. What he likes to do is hop into all of my streams and make jokes as if I'm supposed to be playing Altered right now. Because Altered previously had a zone called Memory that they changed to Reserve. Well, thank you, Eric. I love the dedication to the bit. Let's see. How do I...
Big ones.
I gotta change my camera here to be on my side. I forget how to do that.
So if you click your name where you're in the upper right and you click change color, there should be a change color, and then you make yourself blue.
Cool. Yep, there we go. Thank you. So this is going to be fun. You're going to make sure I know what I'm doing on TTS, and then I'll make sure you know what you're doing in Grand Archive.
Grand Archive? Okay, sounds like a good trade to me.
Yep, sounds like a deal. So you got your Jin deck here. I'm going to load up the Kongming decks. And I actually have in my sideboard, I have a special card called a Mastery card here, which is a new thing that's for Kongming. Only Kongming right now, but I'm sure we'll see more of them in the future. Eric has some dedicated memory space for that bit. Very nice, very nice. All right. So everyone, welcome to our Grand Archive How to Play. We're going to load up our decks, get them all out here, and then I'll show you guys what this card is in just a little bit as well, this special card I'm using. So we're going to start at the very beginning because Two Lanes has paid attention to a million games, but has for some reason never actually gotten to play Grand Archive, has just kind of seen a little bit, some content. Go ahead.
I've seen some stuff. I even have some stuff. I just somehow have not got to play this game yet.
Yeah.
So Dan was like, we got to fix that.
We're going to fix it. We're going to fix it right now. We're going to actually play the game. So Grand Archive, for people who just like maybe you're coming in totally cold and you have no idea what this is, but Grand Archive is a full trading card game that is in retail distribution at lots of distributors and is worldwide, as well as international at least. I guess worldwide would maybe make you think you could get it in like the Congo or something, but I don't know if you can get it there, but you can get it in. They've got distributors in Southeast Asia, Europe, Oceania, and of course the North America, US and Canada right now for sure. So it is in regular distribution. They only had to go to Kickstarter one time. It was a couple of years ago they went to Kickstarter. It did extremely well at the time. It was competing for Kickstarter funds with a game called Nostalgics. Nostalgics, unfortunately, has gone back to Kickstarter a few times, whereas Grand Archive has kind of gotten themselves into motion. And in my opinion, I think Grand Archive is, I don't know what you think about this, Two Lanes, but it's the one TCG I think that has feels pretty safe to say it's just kind of made it in, whereas other ones are maybe a little more nebulous, a little more still kind of proving themselves. What do you think about that statement?
Yeah, for sure. Grand Archive definitely seems like one of the Kickstarter games that kind of won, as I say. There's 70 of them or something.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are already dead, or they had to go back to Kickstarter, or they're just not really gaining any kind of foothold in the space. But Grand Archive seems like it's doing pretty good.
Yeah. It is doing great. I mean, they're growing set by set. Every set, they're increasing the print run, and then the set sells out. So we've yet this newest set just launched a couple weeks ago. Hasn't yet. I mean, we haven't heard from distributors that it's totally gone, but there were some allocation issues right away. So we'll see. But all the previous sets have been selling out. So yeah, it's really found its audience. I think they're over 10,000 people registered on Omnidex, which is their tournament software. And at some point, I've got this planned a whole video on just tournament softwares because I get to experience all of them in my day job now. But Omnidex is, in my opinion, one of or the best one on the market. And it's all homemade. It's really, really actually pretty remarkable.
I can tell you which one isn't the best.
I can tell you a number of those, but which one are you going to say?
Well, it's got a plus in there.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. That is definitely one of the least best, I would say. King says, yeah. Alter's doing really well. Illustrals is getting there. I'd say Illustrals is still pretty new. They're still kind of getting in distribution. That's the main issue right now is Dan has to take it into full regular distribution set by set. And I think Dan's working hard. So he might get there.
Yeah, he definitely is trying. Some people say that game's a scam. No, there's no way that game is legit.
Yeah, Illustrals is legit for sure. Okay, but anyway, with all that said, so what we're gonna do is just teach you guys how to play Grand Archive. It's not just gonna pitch the game to you like a salesman the whole time. We're actually gonna just play the game. And what we're doing is we're using the newest starter decks from Mortal Ambition, which is the new set. And this set is themed on it's a realm called Sangwo. In Grand Archive, we go to different realms. The Grand Archive's kind of our hub world, and then we go to these different realms. So Sangwo is a world themed kind of like Romance of the Three Kingdoms, but with a lot of gender bending happening to all the characters. And Two Lanes is going to be playing the Jin deck. So why don't you throw out your top 2 cards so you can get your first Jin level, just so people can see what he looks like. So there's your Spirit. You're going to start with your Spirit, and then there's your Jin level 1. Can I let's see, how do I make it big?
So if you hold Alt, it'll make it big.
There we go. So yeah, he's playing Jin. And Jin is a warrior who's going to use pole arms and try and stab me with them a whole lot. Warrior is a class that is about attacking with allies and attacking with weapons. I'm going to be playing a water... Whoops, this is the wrong deck. My bad. Here we go. I'm going to be playing a water-based Kongming deck. And Kongming is a mage who, she's, of course, based on a Romance of the Three Kingdoms character, but she's a woman in this one, and she is a tactician, a general, who's said to have the winds behind her. So she does something where she gets to control the shifting currents of the winds, and based on what direction they face, it will empower her different spells in different ways.
You pulled out 2 material decks. You don't have a main deck.
My main deck's on.
Main deck doesn't have a main.
Oh my
deck.
God, you're right. How did I? Whoops.
Oh boy.
How did I do
Look
that?
at this phony.
I didn't mean to do that. Delete. Okay.
Got to change your YouTube channel name to Material Deck.
Oh my God, I just pulled. I thought one of these was a main deck. I got a few comments I'm gonna respond to in just a second too, but I gotta load up my
Oh, here, while you do that, I'll respond to your comments.
Okay.
SK Shiki says, I'm hearing the opposite about Altered. They super botched the Kickstarter. Did they?
No, I don't actually know where that comes from. There were a few like regular Kickstarter things that happened where there was like some things tweaked and they like had a couple week delay on the release of the game, which was like honestly, you know, pretty good for a Kickstarter standards. The Kickstarter
They did use Quartermaster Logistics, and they didn't ship their boxes in a case unless you got like one case. If you got more than one case, they just raw dogged all the boxes in a box.
That is true.
At least that's how I got my pledge.
That was kind of a weird thing that happened. Yeah, no, I mean, I'll give you that.
Mine booster boxes are boo-booed.
It's, I don't know. I don't think it was a big deal for most of the time, for most people. Do you think they'll release older sets United? Yeah, there's at least Alchemical Revolutions, not first edition, is coming soon. It's going to have different CSRs in it, which is going to be really cool. And it's going to have some other neat changes like Cosmic Bolt was in the Arasana starter deck, and it's going to be in the token slot in the set because they created a Proxia's Vault card that you can print off and legally play in your deck that allows you to generate copies of Cosmic Bolt into your deck. And so people are like, oh, I need lots of copies of it. And they said, we got you. We're just putting in the token slot in the reprint so that everyone can get plenty of copies of it. No, there was
dog with no bubble wrap. Oh, there was bubble wrap. They weren't like in sealed cases, you know. They just they put bubble wrap around the side of the box and then threw a bunch of booster boxes in there.
Reinhath
Alestros was the same thing.
Yeah, that's not like that uncommon either. I mean, I'd prefer if they sent like sealed cases, but Reinhath, you just have to. The way I did this was I just pulled up the decks and one of the deck builders, Shout at Your Decks, is the one that I used, and they have an export to TTS function. I just loaded them in as saved objects. Okay, so anyway, back to the game. So we have we're playing Jin versus Kongming, and what I'm going to do is we're just going to step through the turns. So I'm going to start on turn 1. I'll just start as Kongming, in at least our first game here, and I'll just run through the phases of the turn and kind of go through how everything kind of flows in this game. And we'll just be answering comments and everything as we can. So if you guys have questions or everything, it's just gonna be a chill stream. Ask them away. We'll take our time to answer things as we play. And I'm sure Two Lanes will have plenty of questions as we go as well. Okay, so in Grand Archive, actually I can probably pull up this. Can I pull this? Is there like a page on here? That's maybe this is not beautiful. No, I'll just talk about it. That's okay. I don't need to.
Yeah, not really a great visual help.
No, it's not. I'm still like trying to do it though because I hope it will. No, it's not. Okay, don't care anymore. All right, I'm done trying to do that. So Grand Archive is a lot like a traditional card games. Like these days, you know, Two Lanes, it's really popular to have the alternating action card games. Those have been like really hot, right? Like Altered and Star Wars Unlimited.
Yeah.
This is more
the new set for that game. They're finally giving me the droids.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're talking about Grand Archive, but
that's true. It's true. We're doing a Twilight of the Republic live stream in a week in a week also. So I'm excited for that for Star Wars. But this is a traditional card game, more like a game like Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, where it's my turn and then your turn. And my turn, I'm going to step through the phases of my turn, and then you're going to do the same. In Grand Archive, I'm going to say right away. So people know if they go into a game like Pokemon or Lorcana is another game like this, your turn's sacred, right? It's like, I'm going to take my turn. You can't do anything during it. Grand Archive, not that game. If that's a game style you like where your opponent's not going to mess with your turn, I don't know if this game will appeal to you as much because Grand Archive is a very, very interactive game as we play. Dodds, you made it. Yo, welcome, Dodds. What were you saying, Two Lanes?
I said sling them fast spells.
Yeah, exactly. We got lots of fast spells, and especially at like high level competition, it's crazy interactive. It's nuts. Okay, so the very first thing you do on the first turn of the game is we'll have a normal sequence of a few phases later on, but the thing we're going to do is we're going to skip our first few phases and just do one important action that you have to take when you start the game, which is you're going to take a level 0 spirit from your deck and materialize it. Now, you don't get to do this yet, 2 lanes, actually. So this is a unique thing about Grand Archive, right? When I start my first turn of the game, you actually don't have a hand. You don't have anything in play. I just go... No hand even. Yep. So this is the one time where my turn's pretty sacred. You can't do anything. I'm just going to put out my Spirit of Water. Your King says it's an anime game with Western game design. Yeah, I want to point out that was Grand Archive's tagline. There's a game on Kickstarter or coming to Kickstarter for the second time soon called Australia Chronicles, which is using that exact same tagline. They didn't even bother to change it at all. It's kind of a weird choice to me, but that's how it is. So our spirit, our level 0 spirit, has a couple of things. It has a, whoa, went crazy there, sorry. It has a level, you can see level at the top and then 0 cost. 15 health down in the corner, so that's our life total, is 15. That's going to actually go up as we level up, and you count damage upwards in this game, like you're technically supposed to do in Star Wars also. So when I reach 15 damage counters on my champion, I lose the game. And damage counters on your champion they stick. They don't go away at end of turn or anything.
Persistent damage. We're gonna have to find a way to track that.
Only on your champion. Everything else is non-persistent, like clearing at end of turn damage. Okay.
Never mind.
Yep.
That's one of the memes on my channel.
Yeah, it is. I love your videos whenever you pull that meme out for sure.
I'm running out of wacky things to put on cards.
Let's brainstorm. I got a few good ideas, I think. So I also have my Spirit of Water has on enter draw 7 cards, and it was a really funny thing when the game was first revealed that like some people who didn't know the game rules at all just like were looking through a few of the cards they showed, and they saw this, and I saw comments like, I can already tell the game is broken because they have cards that draw 7 cards, and like, well, if you read the rules of the game, it's literally just your starting hand. There's I promise you there aren't just cards that draw 7 cards for free in your deck beyond this.
Oh, by the way, if you were wondering why TTS was going crazy, these playmats are actually just cards that got made really big. So if you hold alt on them, it's trying to zoom in on the card.
Oh, that's super funny. Yeah, that is actually what happened. Ryan W. Hey, long-time listener, first-time caller. Welcome. Glad you're here. Okay, so I'm going to draw my 7 cards now. And
I'll just sit here with nothing.
Yeah, you don't get to draw anything. And quick, tell me the key for draw because I don't want to click this 7 times.
Oh, just press 7.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. I drew more than 7.
77.
I drew my entire deck. Cool. Scuffed.
All right, here. Let me help you here.
Yay! Thank you.
Yeah, press 7 one time.
I thought Okay.
There you go.
That's interesting. All right, there's like a time frame that you can press it in. Okay, so I drew my.
Yeah, in case you need like 10.
Right, that's fair. So I drew my 7 card opening hand. Now, 2 lanes, when you take your turn after you do this step, you do actually get a draw phase. But I do not have one on my first turn of the game.
Okay.
Okay, so now I can look through my hand. Now, on all of our cards here that you see in your main deck, you have a yellow cost in the upper left corner. That's called your reserve cost. And your reserve cost this is one of the most unique parts of the game. It's going to be how many cards I have to place from my hand other than the card I'm trying to play in order to play this card. And
very unique resource system. Don't think I've ever seen it before.
Right, and some people say immediately, well, that's just Final Fantasy, that's just Flesh and Blood, you're just pitching the cards. Not quite. Just bear with me. It's a little different. We'll go into it when we get to the second turn of the game. It is quite different. So let's see. On our first turn of the game, I don't think I want to play this. So the cool thing about this is it means I can play pretty much anything from my hand, except I have a card here that is of the, it's got the Terra element on it. And this is called an advanced element card. Now, all these cards have an element of some kind, whether it be norm cards like this card, Wisdom's Reprise, or water cards like Hydra Guard Retainer. You know, I started with the Spirit of Water. That means I enabled the water element for myself. You have enabled whatever elements match the champion cards within your lineage, which is basically your stack of champion cards. So as long as this water spirit is within my lineage, I have the water element enabled. And then I can't play this Terra element card until I've enabled the Terra element. And I have if I view my deck here, yeah, search. Here we go. You see I have a Kongming. Oh, it's this one right here. Except it says it's norm for some. Oh, it says, yeah. Wait, where's my level 3? Why do I have a Creative Shock in here instead of a picture of Kongming level 3? Okay, that's really weird. That was like a bug. Within my material deck, this appeared as a Creative Shock fire card instead of Kongming level 3. So when I play this Kongming level 3 now, I will, when I do later in the game, I will enable the Terra element and then I can play those cards. So it's kind of a neat feature where it means you have some cards that you can play a lot of your stuff at any point in the game, but you can't play the most powerful cards in the game until later in the game.
Is the left pile random? No, it's not. It's like a Yu-Gi-Oh! Extra deck.
Yeah, exactly. I get to look through it once a turn to materialize a card from it. So in this case, let's see. What am I going to do on my turn? I think what I'm going to do is, I'm going to place down this card and this card into my memory, and then let's go this one. I'm placing 3 cards down during my main phase. So after I materialize, I go to my draw phase, which I skipped, and then my main phase. And in my main phase, I can play slow speed cards or allies, and this or a couple other slow speed card types. But I'm gonna play this Spirited Neophyte, who has a 2/3 ally with on attack. If my shifting currents face north, I get to empower 2. We'll talk about all that in a little bit. The important thing is right now, this is just a 2/3 ally. Now in this game, we can attack with allies the turn we play them, so they have haste, in other words. But
I don't even have my spirit yet. You got nothing to hit.
Exactly. There's a built-in restriction because there is nothing for me to attack right now, so I'm unable to attack anything on the first turn. But normally I can attack. It's attacker's choice, so it's a more attack. The attacker side is empowered in this game where I can choose to attack your spirit or any ally you have in play, regardless of their position, whether they are rested or awake, which is a tapped or untapped. So with that said, that's all I'm going to play on my turn. I'm just going to play that one card, and then I'm going to pass the turn to you 2 lanes. So you get to start by playing you must play your level 0 spirit.
Wow. My spirit. It's the Spirit of Wind. It says draw 7 cards.
There you go.
Now I get to finally look at my cards. Well, there's a lot of big numbers in there.
So your deck is really about putting allies down and attacking, and playing weapons and attacking with weapons. My deck's going to try to be a little bit more of the controlling deck in this matchup. And this ally is nice because it does help me empower some of my spells to do a little more action if I keep it in play. I think my Discord is not in streaming mode for some reason, even though we're streaming. So I have to fix that real quick. There we go. Okay, so 2 lanes is just considering all of his many options, but I think
I don't think there are that many options.
Okay. Do you have any allies to play?
Oh yeah, I sure do.
Okay.
I have some that cost 5.
Oh, okay, you got that guy. Yeah, I mean that's
maybe that guy, maybe not that guy. You don't know.
Sure. He's a little
Could be
expensive,
anything.
but you can certainly play him. You have attack cards you might be able to play too. An important thing to note about this game is we have things that have... I don't think I have any in my hand, actually. I thought maybe I did. But there are things that have class bonus on them that are only usable... they have a special extra abilities when your class matches theirs. And currently, you're only a spirit. You're not a warrior yet. But you can still play those cards. And you just don't get the class bonus effect until you level, in case that's something that you feel is restricting you. Yes, 2 lanes. You do have to draw for your turn as well. So maybe that'll help things.
Could help.
Yep.
That's funny.
Did that help everything?
I definitely can't play that card. Never mind.
Okay. Did not help at all.
All right, I do have. I have a materialized polearm where I could materialize a polearm from my material deck.
Yeah.
So I do have a 0 cost in there, so I could chuck that on my. I don't equip that to something, right? It just kind of hangs out on the board, and then my character can use it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So if you've got nothing else to play right now, that's totally a reasonable play. Just you don't mind that you would get the extra cost if you were a warrior, but you're not one. But that's fine. It's not a big deal. You got nothing else to play anyway. So yeah, why don't you go ahead and just put 4 cards down to play Materialized Polearm. And then go ahead and pop out your favorite polearm.
My favorite.
Majora Mask, can you materialize more than 1 card per turn? So, like Two Lanes is doing, if you have an effect that allows you to materialize something, yes, but otherwise, no. It's 1 per turn without an effect allowing you to do so, which is why this card is actually pretty sweet. This is a fast speed spell also, so he could do this at a phase when he thought he was going to have to hold up some interaction, but then decided, oh, I don't need to use that interaction right now. Instead, I'll just get a polearm materialized. But in this case, yeah, he's just got nothing else to do, so he's just going to go ahead and get a polearm out, which will be kind of nice. It will allow it'll allow him to just be able to kind of focus on materializing other things, leveling up perhaps, and take advantage of having a polearm out.
I'm going to get the Executioner Spear out. It doesn't cost anything, so...
Yes. So that we'll talk about those costs on my turn when we get there, but this is just going to be a 1 power, 2 durability weapon. So he means he can use this 2 times. His champion can use it to either create attacks or in addition to attack cards to deal extra damage. And this when he's Jin, it has on kill, he gets to put a durability counter back on it. Okay, so
all right, that's all I got.
All right, so you can pass turn. All right, so we're going to go to my turn. Now we're going to step through the full sequence of a turn here. The first thing that we're going to do is the materialize phase. Oh, actually, the first thing is the wake up. So we wake everything up. Then we're going to go to, yeah, like the song. Then we're going to go to materialize, and I'm just going to take a look in my material deck. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to be very, very simple. I'm just going to level to my Kongming level 1. So your champion levels are in your material deck alongside things like weapons and everything. So she's going to go right on top of my water spirit. And she costs me 1 to level up, which you can see in the upper left corner. Now that's a blue cost, which is a memory cost. So to pay a memory cost, what I have to do is banish that many cards at random from my memory area down here. So in order to actually materialize more cards, I have to always make sure I'm basically risking cards from my hand into my memory. And this is, in my opinion, the coolest mechanic in the game. It creates some of the most interesting, tense moments. So what I'm going to do is just roll this die here. And if I get a 1-2, it's the left card. A 5-6, it's the right card. So I got a 1-2, so that means I'm going to banish this card from my memory in order to pay for this 1 memory cost. After I have materialized, then I go to the recollection phase where I'm going to take everything within my memory and add it back to my hand. So the things that you put down into your memory, then you potentially risk them if you have to pay costs to materialize in your next turn. And as you saw, like Two Lanes had a 0 cost spear, so you don't always have to pay costs. You can kind of plan in advance and put more cards down that you're willing to risk when you're not going to be paying costs the next turn. But then anything else goes back to your hand to allow you to play more stuff. And then I am going to draw a card as well for my draw phase. And then I'm going to go to my main phase. Let's see. Okay. Oh, this is actually going to be really cool. All right. So I'm going to, during my main phase, I can play these cards from my hand. I also can declare attacks whenever I feel like it. There's no like dedicated attack phase. It's all just part of the main phase. So I'm going to start by, what's the quick code to turn this sideways? Turn it right.
Oh, E, Q and E. But,
okay, perfect.
Oh, you already got it on 90 degrees. Nice.
Nice. Okay. So I'm going to attack your champion with my Spirited Neophyte. Now, it's going to be able to deal 2 damage to your champion, but before that, it has an on-attack trigger. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot the on-enter here. I was a little ahead of myself. I had to put my Shifting Currents out. When my Kongming enters, I get the Shifting Currents Mastery. Okay? And the Shifting Currents Mastery is it's blue. I can't seem to... Oh, I'm pressing the wrong thing. No, we're good. Okay. I know what I'm doing on TTS. So, yep, Spooks, thanks. I got it. The Shifting Currents Mastery is it's a mastery card, which is a new type of card. It just comes into play. It's not an object. It can't be interacted with. If you're familiar with emblems and Magic, it's similar to that. And this is a special mechanic in the Kongming deck specifically. And this says Kongming says it starts north, in the north direction. That's at the bottom of the italicized text there. And has 4 modes, north, south, east, and west. Cards in my deck will benefit from different directions. So the Spirited Neophyte says, if my Shifting Currents face north, empower 2 on attack. And my Shifting Currents start north. So I get to empower 2. So empower 2 means the next spell card I activate this turn activates and resolves as if my champion had +2 level, meaning as if my champion was level 3, because I'm currently level 1. So this is why this is a pretty sweet little first turn play. If you could have killed it, it would have been really unfortunate for me. But I needed to play something in order to be able to level this turn, which I really wanted to do. I attacked you. I empowered 2, so that's just kind of floating there. And you took 2 damage, which you marked over on your damage counter here.
Yeah, I'm just going to use this thingy.
Cool. And then with my empower 2 now, what I think I'm going to do... do I care about this card? Or would I be sad if I can definitely put one of these down. And I think I'm fine with this. And probably fine with this too. I'm going to put 3 cards down. Oh, it's only 2. Whoops. I misremembered. Okay. I'm going to put 2 cards down in order to play Rising Tides. And this is fast speed, but I'm going to play it right now because I'm currently level 3 from the Empower 2. Because this makes me count as level 3 for this, specifically just this spell activation. And it has class bonus, level 3+. So since I am a mage, so I match the class and I have level 3, I get to draw a card into my memory. So I'm just going to place a card right here. I can look at that in a second. And this has a second ability called Floating Memory, which says, while I pay for a memory cost during a future turn when I'm materializing, I can banish it from my graveyard to pay for one of that cost. So we'll see that. That's a huge mechanic, and we're going to see that, in play in a turn or two. All right. There's actually, I could have done a really cool play. I think if I were really thinking about this and being smart. No, I wouldn't have had the resources to, actually. No, I would have. I could have done a really cool play with this guy, but we'll just save the kind of like higher level plays for a future turn. I'm just focused on kind of explaining the mechanics right now. So with that said, I dealt my 2 damage. At the end of turn now, from Shifting Currents, I can change to a different direction of my choice. I think I am not going to do that, though. I'm just going to keep it north right now. And then I'll pass the turn.
Shifting Currents stay the same.
Yes, the currents are not shifting. All right, so go ahead. 2 lanes. Take your next turn. You're going to start by waking everything up, which you don't have to wake anything up.
It's awake.
It's awake. Then you can look into your material deck and materialize up to 1 card from it.
All right. I mean, I think I'm going to do the same thing where I'm just going to level up.
Yes, sir.
And then I have to pay 1 memory, and I'm going to use TTS.
There you go.
I'm going to put all these together and shuffle them and get rid of 1. Bang. No, my expensive person.
I think it's going to get a little better soon.
Now that I've paid that, I will recollect. Is that what this phase is called?
Recollection phase.
Get all those back, and then I draw a card, right?
Yep. So Jin's got a neat ability where it's an inherited effect, which means he's going to have this even after he levels up. So as long as he is in play, he's going to have this ability now. And it says whenever he attacks with a polearm weapon or a polearm attack card, he gets to choose a horse or human ally he controls and give it +1 until end of turn. +1 power. So this allows him to kind of like piece together, either deal extra damage to the champion or piece together extra damage to control the board of allies.
don't. Now I'm gonna have to do some contemplating.
Yeah, so I mean, it might be a good idea to get rid of my Neophyte here, because that Empower 2 could probably get pretty useful for me. So you just do a little math maybe on what you have to play. You get at least 1 damage from attacking with the spear, but if you can attack with the spear and get the kill, then you can get a durability counter back on it, because it's going to lose 1 from attacking.
Sounds pretty good. Only thing is my allies in my hand are still not fantastic.
Yeah, still a bit expensive ones.
I've drawn them in such a way that I just don't have enough resources to do the like fancy cool thing.
Sure.
1 short.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
But you know, we'll do. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a veteran soldier.
Oh yeah, that's an expensive one.
Yeah, cost 5. Has floating memory though, so once she's gone, she can possibly still be useful unless you send him to the Shadow Realm. Send her to the Shadow Realm.
And there aren't a ton of effects that do that. It certainly is something that happens in the game. It's definitely like a fire aligned effect to banish allies.
Okay. So, no summoning sickness. I can rest. What is the what's the
rest
the
is correct. Yep.
To attack your Neophyte.
And that's gonna
damage.
It's gonna deal 2 damage to this. I'm just gonna mark this here. So it's got 2 damage on it right now.
And then I can use my spear or my Jin using the spear.
And this is a really
final damage.
A really common thing people do. You don't actually have to rest the spear to use it. You just have to rest your champion and declare you're using the spear. And why don't you put a marker on this to indicate its remaining durability of 1 right now. Okay, so that's going to deal 1 more damage. Ooh, now do I want to be cheeky? No, because I chose not to shift my currents. So I think that's okay. I'm just going to let this thing die. You can have your durability from the on kill on the spear.
My Jin bonus.
Your Jin bonus.
I get my
only Jin gets
back.
that. And normally it's like technically
I can give my veteran soldier +1 attack.
You can
this turn.
Yep, it's now a 3/3.
Unfortunately, she's already attacked. So yeah, that's I think that's all I've got.
All right.
I've got 1 card left in my hand. Wow, I'm only on 1 card in the second turn of this game. This game.
Wow.
I don't like this game.
I think
it doesn't matter that I'm gonna go back up to 6 next turn.
I think what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna do that. So on my materialize phase of my turn, I wake everything up, and then I'm going to materialize the Fan of 7 Debts. This is gonna have a cost of 1. And I'm going to pay that 1 by banishing this floating memory card, this Rising Tides, from my graveyard instead. So that's the power of floating memory. I don't actually have to risk anything to play this. And this has on enter, I get to draw a card, which is nice. And then it has Kongming bonus. I can banish it at fast speed to change the direction of my shifting currents to a different direction of my choice, which that'll definitely be useful at some point. Okay, then, if anything I want to do right now, no, I don't think so. You do actually have opportunity during the recollection phase to do something before you recollect, and that's a kind of a key moment to play things. I'm hoping we'll get to that a little later in the game. But I'm just going to go ahead and recollect what I do have, and then draw my card for turn. So, okay. I have a lot of Empower effects. Not as many things to do with them right now, but we're going to have a pretty good turn, I think, either way. I think we got a... Ooh, actually, though. Oh, I wish I could keep... I can't keep... If I could keep 1 card back in hand, I would 100% go for this really sweet play. That's sad.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
I mean...
That sounds dangerous.
I mean, I won't, but... okay, I'm going to put this... During my main phase, I'm going to put this down. I'm okay with this still. don't think I want to risk that one. Oh, and this thing. This is fine too. I'm going to play a Hydra Guard Retainer. So this is a 1/4 ally with Taunt, which means you have to attack it first as long as it's awake.
Okay.
And that has whenever my shifting currents change from facing north to west, I get to draw a card. Now, the audience knows I have a second one of these in my hand as well. And I'm really tempted to play the second one out and then end of turn shift to west and draw 2. Like, that's pretty strong.
Pretty good.
But if I do that, I'm guaranteeing that at least one of them is going to die next turn. Whereas if I don't do that, I can actually maybe keep this thing alive and then do it next turn. And then things might, if I go a little slower here, I think it might work out better for me ultimately. King says, here we go. The Kongming engine. Yeah, we're revving the engine here. We are wind powered. We got our turbine going. I am not going to attack because I'm going to force you basically to attack this thing. Instead, I'm just going to go to the end of my turn. And at that point, I'm going to shift my currents from north to west. And you can see the shifting currents has a little arrow that points to the direction that it's in. So for me, this direction is west. And then when I do that, I get 2 draw a card.
West, west, same thing.
Yeah, west, exactly. So that's the end of my turn. Go ahead. And I'm going to be playing a pretty slow controlling game. That's how I win this. And just try and stop Jin from going wild. Whereas Two Lanes kind of wants to get to level 3 with enough cards in hand, but still kind of like fast enough. And then just go off with some insane, huge damage attacks.
That sounds like things that I cannot determine on my first game.
Jin has a deck that is like powered by taking damage. And when you get to his level 3, he can't die until your end phase. So he can just, like, I have to kill you, but then you get one more turn to potentially just like smack me back for infinity and kill me before you die. Or to heal it off. So on your turn, you start by waking everything up.
Wake up, veteran soldier. It's morning. It's time to get back into it.
And then wake you.
The afternoon yet? Oh yeah, Jin, lazy bum.
That's actually altered where we use those terms.
Yeah, I know.
And then you're gonna materialize something, which you don't have to, but it's generally recommended that you do.
Well, I have a couple things that cost 0, so I assume if I don't want to pay for something, then I just throw out one of the zeros.
Yeah, you should have like a life essence amulet in there, which is a great option if you just like, well, my ally's probably gonna die at some point, and I'll get a card off of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually do that. I'm gonna just go with this because I don't want to get rid of one specific card I have. And
yeah, so there's life essence amulet, which is whenever an ally you control dies, well, it's not your turn, so that's to die on my turn. You can banish it if you do draw a card.
And I'm going to recollect and then draw. Wow. Hmm. 4 health. That's a lot of health.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Big number.
He's pretty huge. And I'm going to do my best to not make it easy on you to get him out of here. There's a, yeah, I mean, this hand, honestly, this is a pretty sweet Kongming hand right now. I have a lot of nice action, whereas you may have a slightly clunkier hand that you kind of have to figure out a way out of, but I found in Grand Archive, there are often surprisingly more ways than you expect to get out of clunky hands, mostly because of that materialize phase, giving you a little more, control over being able to do particular things every turn.
The way you say things makes me think if I attack this, it's gonna not die.
But at the same time, it has taunt, so you can't attack anything else. So
well, unless I have cards that say I can.
Maybe, yeah.
Attack whatever I want.
I know you have one in your deck that requires you to level that turn for it to gain unblockable.
Yeah, reading cards is it's a heck of a thing.
Yeah, yeah. That's a pretty sweet way around this, though, for sure. That's also a really cool card to like... Oh, I don't think you can do it in the starter deck, actually. There are some combos you can do outside of the starter deck that can allow you to, like, play a gigantic spear the same turn you level to 3 and then punch in with the unblockable attack using the spear. It's pretty rad. You can crack in for, like, literally, like, 15 damage unblockable with that. All right.
I'm going to throw 4 out for a horse.
The trusty steed. Okay.
I'm going to give my veteran soldier +2 damage.
Nice. Well, that is enough to take care of the Hydra Guard retainer, that's for sure.
Yeah, bonk.
Okay, I'm gonna play some fast speed stuff while you're attacking. So
okay,
what I'm gonna do is, yeah, I'm gonna start by putting 1 card down to play a heightened spellcraft. So this is a fast speed skill that has Empower 3, and then it has class bonus floating memory. So while I'm a mage, I
don't like
memory.
where this is going.
Yep. So I'm gonna Empower 3, so my next spell activates as if I had +3 level. Then I'm going to, yeah, I gotta do this one. Put 1 more card down, and I'm gonna play Coriolis Ward, targeting my Hydra Guard retainer. So
I didn't know what kind of cards would be. I didn't know if it'd be a reduce or you're just basically gonna negate the attack. That's fine.
I am actually more than the attack too. So my level is currently 4, so it's printing the next 5 damage, which means the 4 from this, and then I still have 1 prevention floating on my Hydra Guard retainer. And also, look at this. If my shifting currents face west, I get to draw a card into my memory. Well, what do you know?
Okay. Is it too early to concede?
You don't need to concede yet. I do have to, I'm spending some of my cards to do this stuff. That said, I get floating memory back, and this replaced itself, so it's pretty good. But I'm not putting any pressure on your board yet.
Yeah, but you're the control deck. The longer I don't do anything, the more dangerous it is for me, and I've done absolutely nothing to you so far. So I'm not happy about it.
Jin is the king of just
not doing anything until he does a lot.
Killing out of nowhere later on after you think you got. I mean, maybe that's Rai technically, but Jin is also very good at doing it. So don't worry about it.
Well, I can't do anything else, so I'm just gonna pass.
All right, nice. So Hydra Guard retainer made it through. On my turn, I wake everything up, but I mean, shifting currents don't wake up because they're not a thing in play. Nothing to do during recollection, so I will just recollect my entire. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Entire memory, and then I will draw my card. So, yeah, I mean, for sure we do this now, right? This is so sweet. This is actually just me embarrassing 2 lanes. Which is what I think the people came to see. Oh, I didn't materialize anything. I went straight into it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I got too excited.
Oh, sorry.
TTS.
You missed that trigger.
I technically did.
You picked up your hand, so
if I were in a tournament, then yes, I couldn't do this. But TTS
that would
is
be the most feels bad thing. I'd be so mad.
TTS is just throwing me off here. Is the issue? I'm so not used to doing things digitally. But yeah, so I'm choosing a materialized life essence amulet also. Then I recollect my hand, draw, and then I'm going to put 3 down. And then play Hydra Guard retainer.
Yeah.
Number 2. Holding a really sweet hand with this. I'm now going to pop my Fan of 7 Debts. I'm going to banish this to turn my shifting currents back to north.
Not west. So you can turn it back to west and draw more.
So I can turn it back to west. I'm not going to attack with anything either. I'm just going to go...
Sure?
Yep.
I think you should just throw your taunt guys at me and.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn this right to west again, and then both of these are gonna trigger. I'm gonna draw 2 cards. Very nice stuff. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead, 2 lanes.
Well, I'll awaken. See, this is I just don't know when I'm supposed to level up, because it seems like
at some point you kind of have to. When you get to level 3, you have some powerful material deck cards that will get you a hand back. But like, that's kind of an interesting thing, an interesting push and pull in this game, is that you have some champions where you're totally cool just playing slow and then leveling when the time comes. And other ones, you kind of rush up there and then have to rebuild your hand size later. So it's just a matter of like, yeah, I don't know how the deck plays, which obviously you have to feel out as you play the starter decks a little bit more. Spooks, yes, we have 2 Hydra Guard Retainers in play. We are drawing infinity cards, and we're having a good time. If he kills either of them, I do get to Life Essence Amulet to draw a card.
Just draw your whole deck.
Yeah.
Just keep drawing. Just give the control card deck more cards. It's fine.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. And I want to stress too, these starter decks are actually fairly balanced. We're in Singapore.
You gotta make sure you throw that out there as you
I do.
the heck out of me.
I want to say that too. At Ascent Singapore, I was there a couple weeks ago for a major event, an Ascent event, which is like an open entry major cash prize event. I think it was a 15K. They had side events where people could play these new starter decks early, and you talked to anybody there and you got a different answer for which deck was obviously more powerful. Which to me, for any card game, that's the sign that they're balanced really well.
Oh well, I'll sit here thinking about this all night. So I'm just gonna level up.
Yeah, just go for a level because you're kind of set up to do a lot of damage. So it's totally reasonable to level here.
I'm gonna get rid of this veteran soldier and this men flesh.
Ooh, it's kind of
because I'm not level 3 anyway.
Unfortunate to lose the men flesh. Though. That's definitely one you like to hold on to.
Yeah,
that's all right though. Okay, then you get to draw a card. But here's the thing now. So you have your Jin's level 2 has a really powerful ability. It has on enter.
Next attack gets +1, and when I attack, he's gonna re-ready, and then I'm gonna attack a second time.
Yes. So you have a 2 durability weapon, so you're able to use this to get several attacks off, and each attack from Jin level 1's inherited effect is going to put a +1 onto any horse or human you have as well. So
okay.
you're able to you have a first an attack for 2, and then an attack for 1, and then you have a 2 power thing and a 1 power thing, and then 2 buffs you can give them as well. So you have like a lot of damage you actually can push onto whatever's going on here.
Well, I'm gonna pierce the heavens. So my champion's leveled up this turn, so this attack gets +2 damage and has unblockable.
Oh wow, okay.
So Jin's next attack is already +1, so I'm at I'm at 4.
So it's 5 from the +2, 6 from the +1 from the on enter, and then
this card just has attack power too. Okay,
yeah.
So that's a lot of damage.
And then 7 if you choose to use the spear with this attack as well.
I don't really think I need to use the spear unless I'm like hitting your face, but
Well, if the spear, you could get the on-kill ability if you're attacking into one of the taunt units with it, or you can push damage. It's a tough call, actually. I'm not totally sure what the right call is.
I mean, using the spear is funny here because it like goes down to 1 durability, but then it goes back up to 2. But like that doesn't really do anything. It's not like getting unless you have another one of those god dang ward cards.
Keeping it at durability is certainly good, but yeah, I mean, if the thing you're worried about right now is with my 6-card hand, if I have a way to protect the thing you're attacking, I'm going to deny you getting that counter on it, and then it was a waste. Saru Sketch says not to spear.
Don't spear. Yeah, I don't think spearing does really.
I think I agree with you. So you're attacking one of the Hydra Guard Retainers for 6. I mean, I definitely just go for this, right? Yeah, I think I go for this. So what I'm going to do is, well, so this hasn't quite resolved yet. You can pull your attack back out. It's in what we call intent right now.
Okay.
I'm going to put down a card to heighten spellcraft again.
Yep.
Empower 3.
Yeah, sure.
And then I'm going to put down a card to Coriolis Ward again.
Oh, look, he's got another ward. That's crazy.
I do. And then draw a card into my memory.
That prevents how much damage?
So it's going to do the same thing again. It's going to prevent 5. to the unit.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to do...
I have 6.
Yep, you're dealing 6. So it still is going to deal 1. But what I'm going to do now is we're going to go to... We haven't gotten to see this yet. But as part of the attack sequence, when you're attacking an awake ally, the ally has the ability to retaliate to deal its damage back to the attacker. But to do that, it has to rest. So I'm going to rest the Hydra Guard Retainer to deal 1 damage back to Jin. The one that you dealt 1 damage to, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And by doing that, I, of course, get to deal the damage. But also, this is no longer taunting, and you have to attack the other one now.
Yes, and now I'm going to re-ready... Oh, well, I guess this... So yeah, that all happens, I guess. Is this done?
Yeah, and what did you want to give your +1 on attack to with Jin, by the way?
I want to give it to the veteran soldier.
I mean, I figured. That makes sense.
1, 2... Sure. I'll just use my spear and attack this for 1.
You got it. If you...
Actually, hold on.
Yeah, if you start with your veteran soldier, actually, you can maybe get the on-kill here. If I don't have another core... I could have a third Coriolis Ward in my hand.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But outside of that, you got
I'll use the soldier first. I was thinking too much. I was just like, oh, yeah, I can give it the other plus and then the 4. Wait, no, but then it'll have 1 damage. It'll only have 3 health, yeah.
Yep, so 3 damage is marked.
All right, then I'll use Jin with the spear to attack the 3 health.
Okay, then I'm going to put 1 card... No, I'm just kidding. You got it. It's dead.
So, right there, could you have rested it to deal damage back?
Oh, yeah. And yes, I am going to have retaliated as well. I'm telling you, this Tabletop Simulator throws me off of my game real bad. Yes, rest deal 1 damage as well. And then I'm going to pop the Life Essence Amulet when that dies in order to draw a card.
I'll put +1 on my trusty steed, so it has 2 attack, which I can't really do a whole lot with. I mean, I guess I'll attack you. Probably.
Yeah, you get 2 damage on me though. Yeah. That's totally. Well, you can attack this thing. Unfortunately, it's if you had 1 more way to deal damage, that'd be sick. But I'll take the 2.
I'll just hit you. Okay, that's my turn.
I mean, getting rid of the Hydra Guard certainly was a good thing to do. All right, so I'm going to wake up, materialize.
Chat, help me.
Why do I keep like failing to look at... Okay,
I'm
search.
scared.
So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Kongming level 2. That was the wrong thing. There we go. You can tell, by the way, how much better 2 Lanes is at TTS than me. He's so smooth with everything he does. I'm like floundering all of the time.
I only have 1,200 hours in TTS.
Yeah, wow. I'm going to banish both of these floating memories in order to pay for that.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Kongming level 2 has on enter, empower 3. And then whenever you're shifting currents, change from facing north to south, draw a card. And that effect is an inherited effect as well. So I'm going to have that even when I'm on level 3. Then I will pull all these. I have a huge hand. Holy cow, so many cards. Okay. We are west right now. I guess that makes sense. I don't think I'm going to get any value off of that Empower 3, unfortunately. I've got nothing to do with it.
Yes, Majora's Mask. Units do heal at the start of the next turn.
It's at the it's at the end of the current turn, but yeah.
End of the current turn, okay.
Basically the same thing.
Well, yeah, at the start of your turn. Somewhere is it the end? End beginning?
It's at the end.
It doesn't carry over.
Yes. I am okay with these probably, and then I have to put a lot of cards down for this. Save. If I save that, I can't play it, so ooh, I might need that actually. I might need that. Okay, I can't risk it. I'm not even totally sure if I'm gonna just level next turn. I might, but we'll see. I'm gonna play an Ardent Cloud Striker. So this is a big ally in this deck. It's a 3/4 with on attack. If my currents face west and he's attacking a champion, he gets +3 power. So he can attack champions for 6. I'm not sure. I haven't taken much damage yet. I kind of want to, I mean, I'm facing west right now. I kind of want to just push a bunch of damage on your face, but also that hurts me in the end if I just make Jin really hurt. I don't think so. I think I just attack, and I think I'm just going to give you the floating memory and get this 2 power thing off the board, because that just makes it too easy for you to kill my Hydra Guard Retainer. So I'll send the 3 power into that. I will keep the Hydra Guard Retainer up, I suppose. And I will turn my Shifting Currents to face north and then pass turn.
All right. I will awaken.
Now, the interesting thing I could have done earlier on, I think I can't remember if I was said this fully, but that first turn I could have played Hydra Guard Retainer and changed my currents to face west at the end of turn, and then drew a card which would have allowed me to be able to then Coriolis ward it on the next turn.
Oh, dang it. I should have used my Life Essence amulet.
Yeah.
Because...
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. We'll say you did it. It's okay.
My thing died and it wasn't my turn.
I was totally thinking about that too, and then just got involved saying things.
Ooh, that's pretty decent. Well,
all right, so you can materialize something else now. One thing that you can kind of do, you have a couple cards in your material deck, like the Whetstone that you could use if you just don't love some of the cards in your memory right now. You can kind of trade one out, or even just trade the Veteran for an extra card and see if you can get a little more action going. If you've held on to just red cards right now, like going to Jin level 3 and going down to 2 cards, that's not great. But Jin may have the ability to draw out of it. I don't recommend it, though. A big mistake...
I think I'm gonna go for the Whetstone.
I like the Whetstone here. A big mistake that people make really early on in this game is just leveling way too fast and then going down to no cards in hand and being like, well, I can't do anything anymore.
Yeah, I think I saw that when the game was first coming out. And I usually like when games don't do that, because I'm a dirty Digimon player, and if we don't have 12 cards in our hand, then we have a small hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're playing like hunters or something. That's something weird. I think I'm not gonna use my floating memory, because I might not care about one of these or some of these.
Okay.
I might not care about this one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine.
That's floating memory.
Yep.
I'm kind of sad, but it's all right.
He kind of did what he was meant to do anyway.
Watch.
And then you get to draw the card from the slate. Oh, it's when you banish it. Sorry, I was mixing up with a different one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to draw a card per turn.
But I'm going to guess
that would have been really cool if I did a different play that wasn't the one that I did. All right, I think we can cook a little bit here.
I want to just warn you about something with the Executioner's Spear. It's just an awkward thing with how timing works in this game, but you actually lose the durability counter before the on-kill resolves.
Yep.
So you only get that on-kill when you have... Oh, yeah, you watched my video, so you heard that. I talk about it in the video.
Decision. Down. These two for the Banner Knight, which I only have one.
Ooh. Boy, that's really good right now, actually. Yeah, the Banner Knight turn can be really powerful. Okay.
My other allies and weapons have +1 damage if I am level 2 or higher, which I am level 2.
I'm really glad I chose to kill the Veteran Soldier instead of greeting damage on your face last turn.
Yes, that would have been a pretty big turn otherwise.
It would have been crazy.
So I think I'm gonna crack the Whetstone.
Okay.
And draw a card and give my next polearm something. Words? Damage?
Yep.
+1 damage?
Yep, so it's got a 2 power pole arm.
And then it's 3 power
It's
because
3
of the
power.
Banner Knight.
Yep, Banner Knight makes it 3 right now, so.
I'm gonna just go for it. I'm just gonna have Jen attack the Hydro Guard Retainer.
Okay.
You got more shenanigans?
No, I'm going to choose to retaliate to deal 1.
Okay. That's gonna deal 3. Oh wait, no, it's still got 1. Dang it! Well, Banner Knight, attack it,
Yep.
kill it.
And then what you get to +1 something with the trusty.
Oh yeah, with the level 1 Gen.
Yep.
I'll give it to the steed.
Yep, I assume.
No, I won't be able to.
Okay.
All right, so when I attacked the spear,
Yeah, the spear died.
get out of here.
And
I'll just
then
have the steed hit you in the face.
hit me for 2. You got it.
That's some real horsemanship right there.
All right.
I think that's all I got.
Okay. I'll wake up. Materialize.
Oh, this is just this Banner Knight's not an on-enter for the turn.
No, it's just static. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. I can like view these, right? I don't know. I think I don't have floating memory anymore. What did I just do?
Deal.
Whoopsies. I meant to hit.
hit deal.
Yep, my bad. I meant to hit search. Okay. Where'd the other ones go? Or is that all of them? Okay.
That's all of them. There's only 2 people in this room, so deal sends 1 to every player that's in a color.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay. I guess like I could level, but I'm not going to, I think. What I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna grab Bauble of Abundance here. And we're probably just gonna both draw cards because I think my bigger hand is better than your hand right now, and I'm just gonna bank on that being the case. So I'm gonna do that in a little bit, not quite yet. So materialize that, then recollect, and then draw. Oh, good cards. Okay. Okay, so we might play that. I mean, you can do something funny. All right, I'm gonna pop it.
Funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's pretty funny, but it's pretty bad also. I'm gonna pop this, and we'll each draw a card.
Okay.
Oh, that was a good card. That was a good one. Why did my music stop? It's kind of weird. Okay. All right. I'm going to put down... Yeah, I mean, those are just funny. Those aren't actually good. Put down those, and then I only need 1 of these. And... Oh, wait, no, I needed 1 of these. I'm playing this thing. I can't put them both down if I'm going to play one of them. Excuse me. Okay, we'll do that. All right, it is time to kill things on your board. I'm going to have the Ardent Cloud Striker attack the Banner Knight for 3.
Okay. I think I'm going to put 1 down and do favorable winds.
Ooh.
Give
Okay.
everything +1. So you'll deal 3.
Yep.
And it'll have 4.
Yes, it will. Well, I guess a good thing I played this then. So I'll attack it with the Spirited Neophyte as well then.
Okay.
Get out of here, Banner
Get out
Knight.
of there.
I can't have you having that. I did get an Empower 3 when I attacked with the Spirited Neophyte, but... Or an Empower 2, excuse me, but I am not going to do anything with that, I think. I don't really have a reason to. I think I'm just going to shift my currents southward and then use my inherited effect from north to south. I'll draw a card. All right, go ahead.
Okay. I will awaken. I think I'm going to materialize my bubble.
Oh, look at all the cards we're getting.
And I'm gonna take these back. Draw a card. Ooh. Turn tables. You have so many cards in your hand, though.
I have an absolute
So many.
insane amount of cards here.
Think.
And I'm excited for you to give me another one.
Will I, though?
I don't know. Maybe you won't.
Will I, though? One card short again. This is crazy.
Yeah, that definitely happens a lot. Especially towards the end of the game in Grand Archive. It's often, if I had one more card, I had you.
Yeah. The classic card game player thing.
Yep.
If I would have drawn one more card. You ever get somebody that does that, but they're like, if I would have drawn 7 more cards, I
Yeah.
could have beat you.
Oh, yeah.
Dang, that's a whole nother hand. But what am I doing here? What if I just don't do anything?
Well, if you
Crazy.
if you have fast speed stuff, that's pretty cool. If you don't, then you won't be able to like level or anything next turn if you wanted to. So it just depends.
Oh, I'm not talking about doing nothing for my whole turn, but
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like I sort of have a plan, but I just don't know how well I can actually get there.
I believe in you.
I think I'm gonna throw down 2 for a swift recruit.
Yeah, okay. That's good. So intercept is kind of like taunt, except you can choose when you want to direct the attacks to the interceptor. They can, of course, choose to just attack the interceptor outright if they want to. But you do have to be awake a lot like taunt in order to be able to intercept.
Yes. Actually, I'm gonna crack the bauble.
All
Why
right.
not?
Yeah, let's
draw some
go.
more cards.
That's a good card.
That's a good card.
Yep, don't feel bad about this hand at all, which tends to happen when you have 8 cards in your hand and 3 cards still in memory.
It'd be kind of a wonder if you had 8 cards in your hand and you're like, man, this just doesn't do it.
Yeah, I wish I had good cards.
All right, there's no way any of this is about is about to happen, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna put 2 down.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna play Savage Swing.
Oh, all right. Nice.
And try to whack the Neophyte.
Yeah, I mean, sure, that's fine. She'll take 2.
And then I'm gonna try to get that horse in there.
Is this worth doing? Like,
You got that 3rd shield?
it's not worth it. I'll take. Yeah, she's dead.
Alrighty then. I think that's all I'm doing.
Cool. You got a lot of floating memory set up now. Dang. That's pretty good. Wake up. And
I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, who knows? I'm going to show you some. I'm going to start to do some cool tech now. All right. We'll see some cool stuff. I'm going to go to Kongming, level 3. I'm going to banish 3 cards to do that. And I'll just banish all 3 of these bad buckaroos in order to play her. So there were 2 Terra cards in there. And she has on enter recover X, where X is the amount of Terra element cards in your banishment. So I get to recover 2.
Oh, okay, recover. I thought that's about to get the cards back, and I'm like, okay.
No, oh yeah, not like recover the cards, recover health.
Yeah, recover the health. Yeah, that makes sense.
And then she has, whenever I activate a spell card, I can change the direction of my shifting currents to an adjacent direction of my choice. So that is pretty strong for her.
The shifting currents thing is pretty neat.
Yeah, I think it's a really cool mechanic. Now, during my recollection phase, so I want everyone to take note right now because I'm doing something a little more complicated. But I have the ability to, I mentioned earlier, you have opportunity during your recollection phase. So I'm going to be playing some fast speed things during my recollection phase. And then all of that happens before I actually recollect the cards to my hand. So in this way, I've sort of sandbagged that turn until I was level 3 to do some cheekier stuff with it. So the first thing I'm going to do is play Terracite. And Terracite is just a fast speed spell that's free that lets me draw a card. And then it preserves, which means it actually goes into my material deck face up as it resolves.
Okay.
So I'm going to draw a card.
What? We already got Yu-Gi-Oh! Pendulum nonsense where cards go face up in the extra deck?
Yep, we do already.
Dang.
Then I am going to pay 1 to heighten spellcraft.
This thing again.
Yep. Empower 3 with floating memory.
What's the playset size? Is it 4?
It is 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of these.
I mean, you've seen a lot.
I've seen a lot of cards in general, yeah. Then I'm going to pay 2 for Leeching Bolt. So I'm going to deal level damage to target unit and recover 2. And if it's empowered, I get to preserve it as part of the effect as well.
Okay.
So I'm going to deal 6 damage to Jin.
Okay.
And recover 2, so down to 0. And then I'm going to preserve this. Okay. With that all done now, I will choose to leave my recollection phase. And add these back to my hand. And then I'm going to draw a card. All right. And then this one is west to east. So that generally has to be an end of turn thing. Oh, I could have shifted this around when I just don't want to do it on the second spell. Shift my currents to west from playing that second spell was what I wanted to do. I didn't care about other directions.
Okay. The other directions are lame.
Yeah, west is the only good one. I'm gonna go ahead.
My tier list of directions, west is definitely at S tier.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess it's W tier, but
you should definitely post a tier list of directions for sure. The funny thing is, like, you could do that for Grand Archive now, and it would be like a legitimate strategic video, like a strategy video you could watch and learn something from, which is kind of funny. So I am going to attack Ardent Cloud Striker. I'm going to attempt, while this is facing west, I'm going to attempt to attack your champion for 6.
well, I think I'm gonna intercept with the recruit.
Seems like a good idea.
Seems like a good idea, yeah.
Okay, you have the option to retaliate as well and put 1 damage on him. It probably won't matter, but
yeah, it's not gonna do anything. Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, gave it a go. Anyway, now I'm going to put down this.
He tried his best.
And
you know,
this.
a direction tier list is like the type of video you're watching at YouTube at like 1 in the morning, and you're like, why am I not asleep?
Yeah, for sure.
Ruinous Pillars of...
The Ruinous Pillars of Qidao.
Qidao.
Or Qidao? I think Qidao. Something like that. And this has on enter, empower 2, draw a card. So I will draw a card. And then whenever my shifting currents change from facing west to east, I sacrifice it. And when I do, I destroy target non-champion object that I don't control.
Oh, that seems pretty good, yeah.
Ooh, nice card. Okay. So I am empowered right now. I think what I'm going to do is hopefully not regret this. But I'm going to put down 1 and 2. And I'm going to play another Leeching Bolt.
Okay.
To deal 5 more damage to your champion.
Is it just 5? Because you empowered 2 more, right?
I empowered 2, but the empower only lasts for the next spell you cast.
Oh, okay. So another 5?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
And I recover 2, but it doesn't matter. And then I preserve this again because it was empowered. And then at the end of turn,
materialize those?
yeah.
Oh,
So I can just, as
okay.
my materialize, I can just add them to my add one of them to my hand instead of materializing a card. Not all of them. It's just one, right?
Just one.
Then end of turn, I'm going to shift the direction to east, which is going to trigger Ruinous Pillars, and I will destroy the horse.
No, my horse.
Oh, sorry, I gave it to you.
Take your mountain.
Destroy the horse, and then I will pass turn.
All right, I'm gonna wake up. Everyone's awake. Then I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3 floating memory.
Yeah, there's a question in chat about the stack, and you don't have to apologize for questions, Majora Mask. This is we intend for people to ask questions in here so we can answer them. And yeah, it's a Saru, I think, and Hexcell are doing a good job at answering this, but there's no like spell speed beyond fast. So there's, yeah, like you can just respond. It's the same stack as Magic, basically. If something is resolving, both players have opportunity, starting with the active player to respond to it. If they both pass, then you resolve the next thing in the stack and then gain opportunity again. And you can respond with fast speed things as much as you want, whenever you want.
All right, I'm going to at fast speed turn into Gin level 3.
Okay, that's not fast speed, but yes, that is pretty good because you had a couple floats from that.
It is now.
Okay. So Jin level 3 is insanely cool. Whenever it's not your end phase, he cannot die. He has immortality. So now I have to not get insanely punished for dealing 16 damage to the immortal Jin.
Wow, that would be a really cool... I keep drawing the cards in the wrong order. This would be really cool, like...
Oh, no.
And not right now.
What I did last turn was extremely risky against Jin. But it seemed really fun to do, and I wanted to put a bunch of damage in and just see if you had it in you to crack back at me. I healed to 0, so like I don't feel too bad right now. I'm probably okay, but we'll see. Maybe it'll bite me.
All right, this is not fantastic, but I'm gonna just play this Exia site to draw a card.
Sure. Yeah, you don't have the damage. So Jin has some things where when he's at certain damage quantities, he gets extra effects on his cards. So you don't have that right now, unfortunately, because you only have 16 damage counters.
Right. Yep. You know what I drew? I'm gonna play another one because I just drew another one.
Arcane Grimoire. That's okay. I'm sorry. I will definitely have some coming. Don't worry. I'll tell you for sure. We finally announced that we have a regional coming to our LGS. So we're going to be having at the very least when that happens in February, we'll have the matches from the day. That I think what we're going to do is we're going to have commentators hop on post-recording and commentate with me on them. So we'll have a bunch of videos from that for sure, but I'm going to hope to have some before then too. And Saru Sketch mentioned Ava Plays Stuff. I also recommend Clem. Clem, whatever Clem's whole channel name is. I don't remember it now. I can't think of it. But Clem VTuber has a good some good prior opportunity videos as well. All right, so you did your sight?
I sighted twice.
Twice, 2 sights. You have 2 eyes, so that makes sense.
Yes.
And did you find some better
2
action
eyes
now?
Nope, I sure don't. I have literally, like, no good move here.
Neat.
I think, Oh, dang it. So sad.
Yeah, I mean, I did put a lot of pressure on you, kind of forced you to level here so you don't have like a pole arm to use, and Jin really likes having a weapon around quite a bit.
Yeah.
Tends to enable a lot more of his like
I guess
kills.
I can get my level 3 one next turn. So.
Yeah, that's going to be next turn you're going to have a really powerful turn potentially. Clem Hopkins VTuber, there it is. Thank you.
I'm going to put these 3 down and play this Safeguard Paladin.
Okay. Well, hey, just putting something in play is not bad. This thing's, I mean, it's tougher for me to kill, but the Ardent Cloud Striker will kill it. So if you have no way to kill it right now, then yeah, it's pretty easy for me to take out if I want to.
Yep. I'm just gonna hit you for 2.
You got it.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. Well, we might be going to game 2 soon, but we'll see. I probably won't have as explosive a start in game 2.
Yeah, this feels extremely bad.
Oh, okay. This became a second deck on top of here, apparently. So let me just do it this way. I'm gonna put my just preserved cards off to the side like this, so I can properly search this thing too. Because I'm not sure if I want to play. No, this I want to save. I mean, just drawing a card is pretty cool. Do I have a way to... I don't have a way to quite kill you. Okay, I'm going to save that for the next turn. All right, thinking. I am going to just get Terrasite, I think. I'm just going to take that as my materialize for the turn. So grab my preserved Terrasite into hand, and then during my recollection phase, I will just go ahead and play it right now to draw a card and shift my currents to north from Kongming's whenever I activate a spell card. And then preserve that. Okay. Now I will recollect. I'm not doing any cheeky recollection phase stuff this turn. Draw a card. Okay. Well, I suppose. Is this a... It's not a spell. I can't make Ardent Cloud Striker really, really ridiculously big without playing things in kind of a dumb way. So I'm just...
That's what I've been doing the whole game.
Well, I'm trying to show people, like, not necessarily the worst play in the world.
Wow.
Unlike you. No, I'm just kidding. It's a difficult game, and it sounds like you had a bit of a clunky hand too. I'm going to put down these 3. I'm going to play a Taigam of Crystal Stratagems, which says whenever my shifting currents change from facing south to east while it's awake, I can rest it. And if I do, as a spell, which just means it's affected by things that affect spells, deal 3 damage to target champion you don't control. And otherwise, I can just rest it to pay for 1 of a cost instead of putting a card from hand, which is what reservable means.
Okay.
Not a spell, so I don't get to turn the currents. But that's actually ultimately fine anyway. I don't know if I really wanted to. I'm going to attack, and I guess I'll just attack the Safeguard Paladin and try and keep you off of anything here if I can. End of turn. I'm going to...
This Hearthstone combat's hurting me so bad.
Yeah.
I can't keep anything on the board.
I know. I'm making it tough. End of turn, I'll shift to south to use that inherited effect from Kongming 2 and draw a card. Whoops, that was turn my deck. There we go. All right, go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out. What am I gonna get out?
Yo, the Scythe, welcome. Excellent, Majora Mask. Glad you found him. Divine Emp, hey, welcome. Yeah, for people who need more content, so, I mean, I have a whole how to play video on the channel. You can check that out. If anything didn't quite stick with you from the explanation, you can check that out. As they mentioned, Ava plays stuff and Clem, both great options for some early level stuff. I have a video from like 2 years ago at this point, but it says it's called Have Better First Games or something. It's in our Grand Archive playlist. That has some good, just kind of early tips, but part of it's kind of focused on just like the Lorraine and Rye starter decks at the time, so it's like half useful. Okay, we're playing Shuangji of Sacrifice. Very nice.
I'm gonna play my blood spear.
On enter, you can have it deal 5 unpreventable to you to draw a card. Are you gonna do it?
I didn't look at that yet. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
For sure. Let's go.
Oh yeah, and then I'm gonna draw that, and then I'm gonna draw, I guess, for turn.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so Jin at 21 damage.
Unless, I didn't even think about you doing fast spells and just killing me on my turn.
That is definitely a way to beat Jin. Yep. Hey, Ravel XD, welcome, welcome. I suppose it is in my Grand Archive Divine, yeah.
That seems so bad. I'm gonna have to start doing something though.
Yeah, I mean, you can attack. Currently, you're Shuang-Ji, so it's for every 5 damage counters, it gets +1, so it's a 5 damage attack on its own.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty good.
Pretty good. If I use an attack card, I can use the weapon too.
Yes, yeah, you can use it with a weapon and attack card, or just weapon or just attack card. All of those are options. This is one of the strongest regalia in the game, by the way. The Shuang-Ji is
pretty good. +5
is pretty nuts. I have attacked at +9 with it, which means yes, I was at. Actually, I think I got to 50 at one point on a pretty wild game. We had some people in the main deck Discord were sharing a game where it went to like 100 damage. It was insane. It was a Jin mirror match, and they were doing crazy stuff.
I'm not. That's not.
Ravel, they are both pretty even, honestly. It just kind of depends on the play style you want to play as. They're both good options, though.
All right, I'm just gonna use this. I'm gonna use. Ren.
That's really good.
Hit both your champion and your Cloud Strider.
Okay, yeah.
Big damage.
This has cleave, so yeah, it's gonna hit both of them.
New keyword, right? For the new set, cleave hit everything.
Cleave is not a new keyword for the set.
Oh. Well, never mind.
But it is. It's a powerful keyword. The damage thing is new. Okay, I can prevent to one thing, but not both. But wait, how much can I even prevent? This is 4 plus. This is 9 damage total. 4.
Half is for the defender.
Oh, I can't. That's 9 damage to both, and I can't actually save the Cloud Striker. So you know what? I think I'm just gonna take it then. I'll take 9, sure. And this will die.
Let's go.
I don't actually like my interaction options with this right now.
All right, well that's all I've got.
Well, that was pretty good.
18 damage?
Yeah, we take those, I think.
I will. After how this game's been going for me, I'll take anything.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is flip my graveyard. No, that sounds dumb.
Well, what's he doing? I don't know this tech.
I think I can wait one more turn on that. So I'm gonna grab Leeching Bolt back for my Materialize.
Okay.
I take that back to hand. Take that preserved card back, and then during Recollection, I think I don't need to do that. I think I can wait on that still. This is where the control deck gets a little trickier to play. And then I'm going to draw. Just Recollect and draw here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm so close. Okay. Oh, no, wait. This is sick. All right, cool.
No, I don't like that. Stop
cool.
being sick.
No, this is actually really cool. I'm going to put these 3 cards down. And I'm going to play a second Taiji of Crystal Stratagems.
Okay.
And I'm going to pass turn. Go ahead.
You're just going to pass turn. You're going to... Okay. Okay. I'm going to awaken.
Yeah. Sounds good.
I'm going to get this Berserker played out.
Oh, okay. Well, I was hoping you didn't do that one, but that's a good choice.
I only have that in one. I have that and one other spear.
TPK, there are the major events. They're like webcam regionals. Those are obviously webcam. Some people have done TTS tournaments in the past. It's less common with GA. Panakes, yo, welcome. Panakes is one of the artists for the game. May have even done some art here. I don't remember. I don't know if he did any of the art in the starters. Yeah, like a lot of dragon art in this starter. And I don't think he did Jin art. I don't think so. A lot of art from an artist whose name I am incapable of reading in your deck. Yeah, oh yeah. Did you get the Berserker Plate trigger in Recollection phase?
Huh?
You get to immediately...
Oh, there's more text on this.
Yeah, you get to, at the beginning of Recollection phase, you take 3 and draw a card.
Ooh.
It's not an option. You have to do it.
Okay.
Sorry, I get distracted by chat. Yes.
For some reason, I read the class bonus, and I'm like, the rest of that's flavor text. I don't need to read that.
Nope. It's actually really sweet, though. Like, it's so strong because it draws so many cards.
It does appear that way.
Oh, Panakes has 2 in here. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye out for him. Nice. Felipe, this is on TTS, Tabletop Simulator. Oh, Divine, you started following because of the commission. That's awesome. Divine did one of our main deck playmats a couple of years ago. Divine's an artist. Yeah, I'm going to be trying to get into one of the webcam regionals this season for sure. Just to have the option of playing in more regionals.
Let's try for Idle Thoughts. I'm just going to look at the top 4 cards in my deck and put them back.
See what you got there. So Idle Thoughts is a card that doesn't really get played in Constructed, but it's in every starter deck because it, like in the starter deck game, it just kind of helps smooth out your draws a little bit. Like you saw, you had a bit of a clunkier draw with your starter because it's a starter deck and that happens. But having this early game is kind of nice because you can make sure you draw more cards that you need right away and then use the floating memory to level with.
Should have done that. Oh well. This is a really, really strange situation to be in. Oh, maybe not. I'll pay 2 for regenerate.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna regenerate 2 and draw a card into my memory. Do I get to look at that?
Yeah, you can look at it anytime.
Oh yeah, I just looked at the top 4 cards in my deck.
Yeah, you know what it is.
What could this be?
Arez, question about stealth.
Oh, this was fast. I should have played this when I was like, haha, you actually don't kill me. Oh, well.
Yeah, that's true. That's okay. Can an ally that doesn't have True Sight retaliate against a unit with stealth if attacked? Yes. Retaliate is not attacking the ally. If it's involved in combat, it can definitely retaliate against it. Yes.
I'm just going to pass.
Okay. You have 22. You have 35 health. I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna... I feel okay about this. South to east. So at the end of your turn, I'm gonna put down this and this. I'm gonna play Harmonious Mantra, which is going to, I'm going to start with first on the on activation. I'm going to switch this. The on activate actually triggers first. So I will shift Shifting Currents to, wait, this way, east. And then on shifting to east, I'm going to trigger both of my Taijis to deal 6 damage total to your champion.
All right.
And then I will resolve this now and recover 3. It is not north. So a cool thing I could do here, though, is well, like before I actually resolve this, a cool thing I could do is I could play a second spell right now to shift it to north before this resolves to then get recover 6 instead. But I have some other ideas in mind and I don't want to. Well, actually, maybe I should do that. Now I think about it more. I'm going to do that. Nah, I talked myself into it. It is a cool idea, and it's a good idea, I think. Because I have another Leeching Bolt, so I'm okay with this. Then I'm going to Leeching Bolt in response to the Harmonious Mantra before it resolves. And I'm going to, once again, resolve the trigger on Kongming first to shift the Shifting Currents to north. And then deal 2 damage to your champion. Now, you're not dead. I want to be clear. You're not dead because of Berserker Plate. Just to the audience.
I'm not dead anyway. Well, actually, no, it's still the end of my turn.
Yeah, it is currently your end phase right now. And then I will recover 2 from Leeching Bolt. It's not empowered, so I have to just send it to graveyard. And now I'll finish resolving the Harmonious Mantra. And now I get to recover 6. Which...
Play Grand Archive. 2 lanes, it's great.
Get destroyed. I mean, if you're a control player, you have to be somewhat salivating at this,
control. Though. Woo, this is terrible.
I'm going to just grab...
Not the game, chat. Just this unfortunate series of situations.
Flan, yo, welcome. I'm going to grab Leeching Bolt in my Materialize phase, and then recollect my gigantic memory, and then draw my card.
And that's time in the round, everybody.
That just means it goes to turns, and I'm going to try and kill you next turn.
Well, darn it.
The problem I've been looking for is I've been trying to find a way to empower, and I haven't quite discovered a route to empowering something yet.
I think I would have had some nice plays if I didn't play this Idle Thoughts, so it tempted me, and I think it's gonna ruin me.
Oh no. Actually, I'm just gonna put 1 down. I'm gonna play Idle Thoughts right now too, because maybe I can find an empower card with this. Way I'm gonna do this is just put my hand over here, and then look at these. Look at these guys. And what? Another Idle Thoughts? Okay, I don't want that. Oh, I didn't ready these guys either. All right. Well, I actually wanted the 4th card down, so at least there's that. Okay, so we have idled our thoughts, and then we're just gonna play. I don't think I need to do that. I think I can just do this, not that one. Ooh, actually, none of these. No, none of these things. We're just gonna pass turn, go to end of turn, trigger Shifting Currents to south to trigger the inherited effect on level 2.
Yep.
In order to draw a card. I wonder what I'm gonna draw. Interesting. No. Okay. And then I will pass the turn.
Oh, actually, I might have enough. Because I forgot about the Berserker Plates are going to draw me a card.
Yes, it will.
All right, so I mean, I guess I could, like, floating memory this and make my last thing. No, why not?
Yeah, why not? Now, you can only use 1 weapon when you attack, just so people know. Limelight, I have been pressing number
you don't have any dual wielders
normally.
Yet?
No dual wielders quite yet. I just felt like manually drawing them that time. Or something like that.
And then at the beginning of my recollection, I'm going to take 3 damage and draw a card. Then I'm going to get these back. Wait, no, that's still like, that's not, this is not what I need. But, it's so close.
You should just try having a 9-card influence instead of 6, because then you'll have more cards that you want.
Yeah.
That said, if you have like that giant cleave attack again, it does 1,000,000 damage to me, and that's not good. But the problem is you have to find a way to deal 22 damage.
Yeah, I don't think there's any. This game was over like 40 minutes ago, and we've been playing it out.
Okay, so that's what you think, but actually,
Well,
there's one specific. No, hear me out. There's one specific card that if I don't have it in
turn. Oh yeah,
you haven't drawn for turn. That's true.
I already know what this is though.
If I don't have a specific card in my hand and you have 2 enrages, you actually win the game. Because you can enrage to 37 and then enrage to 40. At 37, you're going to deal... Well, 41. At 37, you're going to deal plus 9 to your next attack.
Hold on.
And then plus 10 from Enrage.
I forgot that card says it costs less to activate. I'm looking in my hand like there's no way.
Yeah, 2 Enrages, you only lose to Water Barrier. Otherwise, you just straight kill me right now, and it's insane.
All right, well, I'm going to play Enrage.
Okay, there we go.
So I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to take how many? 4 unpreventable damage?
Yep.
2, 3, 4.
Okay,
And...
so your next attack gets plus 1 for every 4, so your next attack is at plus 9.
Okay. Oh wait, no, that's not. Plus 9.
Plus
Wait,
9.
I don't have 2 Enrages.
Oh no!
That's not what I have.
Okay.
I do have.
You're at over 35. You could Relentless Outburst and deal 12 to me, and then
Die.
and then deal. Yeah. Okay. Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. Okay. So now you have the damage 35 plus. If target champion would take damage this turn, they take damage plus 1 instead. For every 6 damage, deal 1 damage to all other units. Yeah. So let's see. I'm going to take 12 from this, and then this attack from Shuangji is going to deal 9, 10, 19. So 12 from that, and then 19 from that, huh? Okay. I'm going to let Relentless resolve. I'll take the 12. The reason it's 12 is it's dealing 1 damage six times for every 6 damage counters, and then each source of damage is plus 1.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's for every 6 counters you deal 1, so it's 6 packets of damage. And then this Enrage is now going to deal 9 plus. Wait,
Well, I have to. Wow.
5.
I have to attack you.
7, 8. I'm bad at math. 7, 8, plus 9, plus 1, 18 damage. Okay, 18 damage. Are you sure you don't want to use the Steel Halberd instead?
Yeah, I think I had to think about it.
Yeah,
but,
yeah, that's fair.
You know.
Okay, and you're attacking for 18, and I'm going to play Water Barrier and say the next time I would be dealt damage, I prevent all but 1 of that damage.
Okay. Well, I was never winning this game. That's fine.
If I didn't have Water Barrier, though,
yeah,
I think you win.
You've had everything you've needed this entire game.
I drew it last turn, I believe. maybe 2 turns ago. I can't remember, but
all right. Well, I'm just gonna end my turn and die.
Okay. Cool. I didn't have to do my cool, like, Leeching Bolt, Taigam you for 8.
You didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, I
guess you did. You got to do everything.
I did. Okay. Well, there you go. That was. Let's try one more here and see how it feels for you the second time. Okay. Well, I got it. How do you select the entire stack?
You could just click and drag. Or how do you select the entire stack? Oh, just hold the mouse down when you pick something up, and you'll pick up the whole stack.
Cool. Thank you.
I'm just gonna delete all these and pull a new one out.
Oh, that's interesting. I keep shifting. I look like I'm drunk playing this right now. Okay. Oh wait, no, I have some material deck cards. You know what? You were right about that.
That's why.
Probably infinitely easier to do the thing that you said. Also, I have 2 shifting currents for some reason, so.
You had 3 cards in your hand too, so I'm just gonna kill those.
No, actually, it's a handicap. I start with those.
What handicap? If somebody deserves a handicap right now, it's not you. I get it though. You know, can't be at the Grand Archive World. You'll just beat up somebody that's never played before.
Yeah. This is my only way to get wins. That's the reason. Lion O'Day says the GOAT card game Crypty.
Yeah, I'm getting Shrek'd right now.
And Divine, yeah, the Jin puzzles are really interesting, especially Jin mirror matches. They're wild. All right, so why don't you start this time, 2 lanes?
Okay. I will become a spirit.
Yes.
and draw 7 cards. This looks familiar. What? 7.
So a lot of people ask about mulligans in the game as well. So there is no mulligan, obviously, in the base spirit, but there are spirits you can play that give you a really interesting like pseudo mulligan in exchange for sometimes drawbacks plus other benefits.
I'm gonna throw out the veteran soldier again.
So currently some of the options we have are, there's 2 different types of spirits that have you glib 6, which is to scry 6. So look at the top 6 cards of your deck, put any on the bottom, and then draw 6 instead of a draw 7. Which for some decks is very powerful, and for others you really want that extra. You saw 2 lanes, how important it would have been to have that 7th card in your hand a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So
that 1 extra card seems pretty important with this resource system.
That's... Huh? Where's my spirit? What is going on here? Some of these cards are just not right. They appear wrong when I search my deck. Game's all goofed up.
I think... But I don't know what that... I think that's like if the card gets updated, like the image or something, and it's still trying to use the old one, maybe.
Okay. I'll have to take your word for it. Wow, I can tell you this is not as exciting of a start.
From corpse to spirit, yeah, I'm going to come back and haunt Dan.
That's fair. If I'm going to be haunted for the rest of my life, I would rather it be a ghost that's like really interested in TCGs.
You want to buy that extra booster box even though you've already gone over budget this month.
I mean, you're right though. Fair. All right. I think we just drop these bad boys in. We're going to play a Taiji of Crystal Stratagems, and we're just going to ping you for 3 to win the game. Pass the turn.
Okay. I was like, what?
No, not right now. Just throughout the game, you know.
Okay. I will... I mean, I want to level up, right? I want to level up.
Leveling is pretty good. Turn on your class bonuses. However, there are definitely decks where you sit at 0 for a while, where you don't really care that much.
There's like a Rye deck or something that... No?
There's a Rye deck that... I mean, the Rye deck turbos. Rye deck wants to get to 3 as fast as possible, as lose as many cards as it can, as long as they're arcane. Oh yeah, I didn't draw my card. Thank you.
Thinking of something else then.
I did not draw my card for turn because I definitely am a professional. I'm telling you guys, it's just TTS totally screws. Like, it's doing 2 things at once. It's like playing on an unfamiliar system with TTS for me, and also trying to instruct and teach the game and think of interesting, important things to say that keeps me totally out of the space of like remembering triggers appropriately, unfortunately.
All right, well, I'm going to play this card early this time, so...
Yeah, this is the time to play this card.
There's a better... You can right-click and do search and then do it by number, but I just rather do it this way. Let's see, what could we get? Ooh, I didn't see this card last time. It's kind of wild to me that this is still a 60 card deck game, but there's no resource in the deck.
Yep. Well, so here, that's an interesting thing to talk about, too. There's no resource in the deck, but both of these starter decks have, I don't remember the exact number, but somewhere between 15 to 17 advanced element cards. And if you think about it, the advanced element cards can't be played until late, so they kind of act as your lands in the deck, but they're lands that when you're late in the game, they're insane and do 30 million damage to your opponent and draw 600 cards. So they're way more interesting lands.
Interesting. All right, I'm going to put these...
All right.
Okay.
You thought.
I thought.
And you played a Swift Recruit.
At first, I was about to say, I thought what?
Yeah. You thought idly.
Yeah, I was about to say, I had idle thoughts. I thought what? I thought nothing. Smash.
Take 2.
Woohoo! I'm already doing better than last time.
Now, here's a question. Do you want to attack with a Swift Recruit or not? Do you expect me to...
Yeah, bonk.
Yeah, I think you bonk. Yep.
I don't care if you damage me, right? I want to be damaged.
Yeah, you're like, that's fine. Go for it.
All right. That's all I got.
Okay. Now I think Kongming's
If you
here.
win the dice roll, do you have to go first in this game?
When you win the die roll, yes, you no, sorry, you choose. You choose. I play too many card games. Yeah,
That's-
you choose in this game.
At least with this one, you remember that if you can remember, oh, this is the one card game where I don't draw a starting hand. That way the spirit will tell you how many you draw, because otherwise I'm like, is this the game where do I draw 5 or 6 or 3 or 7
Yeah. Yep.
for my opening hand?
It's really nice when I go from playing like a lot of Star Wars to playing Grand Archive, and I don't have to think about it. I just put it out and says, "Yep, draw 7."
At least Star Wars and Altered both have the same one.
Yeah, they both have kind of like
things,
the
right?
same rules. Yeah, I got to lose one of these here. I don't know how you do your fancy magic, so I'm just gonna do the thing I did last time. 1. Okay. Ooh,
I just put them all in a stack and then I press R for random.
that's fair. That makes sense. Then I will, yeah, nothing in recollection phase. Recollect, and then draw. Well, this is a play, I guess. Yeah, this is a play, sure. Okay, so I'm currently level 1. I'm... Wait, no, do I have enough? 3, 4, 5... No, I don't have enough to
Are you one
do
short?
it. Of course I'm 1 short. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not, because this is reservable. This is reservable. Ah,
No.
yes. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm going to start by using the reservable on Taiji to play a heightened spellcraft to empower 3. Then
This thing again.
I'm going to heighten spellcraft to
Oh,
empower
no,
3.
I don't like it. Well, at least that's half of those gone.
Then I'm going to put these boys down as well.
I'm in danger.
Okay. To play Cone of Frost.
Okay.
If I'm level 1, 3, and 5, I get separate instances of deal 2 damage to up to 1 target unit.
Okay.
And I'm just
Yeah.
going to murder your board. I'm going to deal 4 to this one and 2 to this one.
Oh, my floating memory.
Yay! I gave you 2 floating memory at the low cost of giving myself 2 floating memory and one of my cards. I will pass turn and keep shifting currents north. Yeah, keep shifting currents north. This is going to be a very different game, actually.
Yeah, I could have had something that would have gone different.
This game, like last game, I had so much action in my hand that I was just able to like sit at low levels for a while and just kind of control you. This game, I'm like, I just need to level so I can draw cards. It's my only out. I have to level.
I think I'm gonna go for this spear.
Yep, and this time you don't get to materialize it with materialize polearm. You have to materialize it with your materialize phase.
Yes, but it costs nothing, so I like that. All right, recollect, draw. That's not good.
Okay. This is important for Jin to do, though, because when you go to level 2... I'm explaining for the audience, not you, but when he goes to level 2, he wants to be able to attack and have an ally in play and stuff. And he can't attack... With this low hand size, he won't be able to attack and play an ally unless he's got a spear in play to get all his little buffs and benefits and everything. In second game, yeah, the loser... the loser gets to choose if they go first or second. Heightened Spellcraft is a skill, Ravel. So Empower only affects the next spell you play, so it doesn't affect the skill. So I can kind of just play those whenever I feel like it. But I have to do it all in the same turn, because the Empower won't carry over turn to turn.
All right, I am going to put 2 down for the Banner Knight on nothing, but, you know. Oh,
Hey.
no, I need to be level 2. That sucks.
Yeah, you don't get the benefit of level 1. I play Banner Knights at
Well-
level 0 or 1 sometimes, though. Sometimes you just
Okay.
gotta. Sometimes you just gotta.
Sometimes I think I'm just gonna pass. I'm gonna hit you. For
Definitely
one,
hit
yeah.
me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you could use the spear to get like 1 and then 2 from the inherited effect to do a little
Yeah.
extra, but I don't know if you need to. I don't know if that's worth.
And if I do that, I don't get my spears on kill anymore. So
Yeah, and you kind of like if you're hoping the Banner Knight survives so that you can get the buff on the spear next turn as well. So,
here's hoping.
here's hoping. So I will wake up and then I'm gonna go to 2, which is not what that is. Okay, I'll just find it in here. Kongming. Ascetic Vice. Here she is. She was some kind of fire card or something. She's a bunch of cards from your deck for some reason. But now she's my card. Okay, on enter. Empower 3. Yes. Inherited effect. That's the important part here for me. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got to pay for this. Banish these 2 floaties. Those 2 floating memory to pay for the 2 cost. And then recollect these and draw. And okay, the audience can see what this hand is. And then at the end of my turn, I will shift the current south to draw a card with her inherited effect. And it's great. Cool. Like, I could have used the Empower 3, but like, I could have used the Empower 3, I guess.
Light in the dark.
I don't want to, though, honestly. I don't think it's worth right now. I don't get the full value if I Empower. And then I'm going down a card, and I really feel like I'm going to need cards in hand to kind of pop off. But what am I materializing next turn is the question.
All right, I've leveled up to 2 by using my 2 floating memory.
Beautiful. So now your first attack gets +1 and has on attack. Wake him up.
I'm gonna put 2 down for Wind Cutter.
Oh my god, I'm gonna take a lot of damage here. Okay, hopefully you put 2 win cards down. So
let's leave it a chance.
That's gonna be 2 from Wind Cutter, because that's +1 from the class bonus. 3 from the Maverick. I assume you're using the spear for as well for the
I don't know how many like
2
minions you have in your deck.
Well, I have none in play.
Yeah. Wee ball.
I think you do here because
Yeah.
the damage is pretty huge. Because 2, 3, 4, 5, because the Banner Knight's buffing it as well. So yeah, take 5.
And then I'm gonna reveal. Oh, a random card. Well. Wow. It's Wind.
It's Wind. Who would have guessed?
I'm gonna put this card
So then it goes to
in
back.
my memory.
It goes back to memory instead, which is really cool.
Does it go face down? Does it say face up?
It goes face down, but I keep trying to
Face
show it to
down.
the audience. You keep flipping it, but it's okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, just to make sure. Yeah, he revealed a random Wind card and then put it into memory because it was Wind. So yeah, I took 5 from that, and then you give the +1 to Banner Knight, and then you also wake up Jin on attack.
Yes.
And then I assume
Oh no, I don't have anything else to do with that.
you're gonna like punch me again, or
Bonk. I'm gonna bonk you with a Banner Knight for.
okay, bonk me for 2 at
It should
that.
just be.
So then holding onto your
yeah,
spear, I assume.
Oh yeah, this doesn't tap. Oh yeah, I could just use that again. Yeah, I'll just do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll take the 2 from that first then, and then your Banner Knight hasn't attacked yet, because you get another +1 on that from Jin's inherited effect,
Oh okay.
and
Yeah.
then you can hit me for 3 more.
I tapped the spear and I'm like, I can't use the spear again. But
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
you're-
Exactly. They don't actually tap to attack. And then Banner Knight swing for 3
Yes.
because it's been buffed by Jin's level 1 twice. Okay. Yep. That was a lot of damage in 1 turn.
Oh, and then this is gone because I've attacked with it twice.
Yes. Now it's
Bye-bye,
gone.
my
And it
spear.
technically gets banished when it dies.
Banished.
Yep.
Is that all the material deck stuff?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. That way you don't have to like try to get it out of your graveyard. Graveyard. At the end of the game. Also, you can't get it back.
Right. Boy, I want this, actually. Yes. Okay, yeah, I have a plan. It's a plan. I'm going to play Shard of Empowerment, and I'm really just trying to buy time a little bit here. So this I can banish to empower 2.
Okay.
And then Recollect Nothing. It's really fun to have a turn where you don't do anything. That always feels really good. And then draw.
What you got cooking in that hand over there?
Draw,
I guess it's not cooking.
I'm drawing a green card. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We gotta live to play these, so we're just gonna put them down. First priority right now is to not die. We're gonna play
I think you're fine.
Bearded Neophyte.
Okay.
We're going to do an attack with we're gonna unleash a move with Neophyte on Jin, I suppose, because I can't kill the Banner Knight. For 2, I'm gonna get that empowered. Oh, it's if it faces north. I misremembered this. Okay, that's okay. Fine. I just did that anyway. You know what? Maybe you're gonna want to kill it because you're scared of it. I still think this is the right play. And then I'm going to pass turn, and at end of turn, I'm going to shift my currents back north.
All right.
There's some questions about advantage for going first or second. I would say, like, there's been some debate in the past, but a lot of decks really want to go first right now because having a materialize first tends to feel pretty good. The nice thing is, though, that, like, because of the way it works, like, because everything can attack the turn they play it, there are times when, like, you're not really too mad about going second because you get to do attacks and get that extra card. But yeah, I'd say, like, a lot of the time going first is quite good.
We're gaming.
We're gaming right now. I don't feel like I'm gaming much this game, but we'll see. I have an interesting hand.
How the turntables? I'm gonna use Wind Cutter again.
Oh, weird. I didn't expect that.
On your face.
Okay, on my face. Using the Steel Halberd. Did you banished a card for that cost, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I banished my idle thoughts.
That's right.
I stopped thinking and I picked up the weapon.
That's how to do it. Okay, so we have 2, 3, 4, 5 this time again. 5 again? Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll just take 5 again. That sounds great.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Then
I have 3 health left.
I will reveal a random card. Wow, it's a win card.
Yep. And then you give the +1 to Banner Knight, I will assume.
Oops.
And I'm going to say you don't have a second ally, or you can't do a second attack. So I'm going to say you don't have a second ally, and I'm going to live at 1 health.
It would appear I have made a miscalculation.
Yes! Yes, we live! This is going to be big.
Definitely killed you. I forgot. I keep thinking like that I just get to ready every turn.
Yeah.
But I only get to do that once. That's not good.
This is going to be huge. Kongming is going to come back. This is going to be the greatest comeback of the century.
All right, well, I guess I'm going to hit you for 2.
Take 2. 21 out of 22.
All right, I'm uninstalling.
All right. My turn. I am going to...
I messed everything up too. Wow.
Oh, did you had the kill if you did it differently?
Oh yeah, I had the kill and I have defense and I did neither one of those.
Yay! Well, you don't have to worry about the defense part. I'm just trying to heal a million this turn. That's my only game plan right now. Killing you? That's always the Kongming question. So I will figure that out later. I don't care right now. This Kongming looks like a Rai card to me. It's Rai. It shows Rai level 3. Oh no, that's this one. This is Rai. Rai level 1, but he's gonna turn into Kongming level 3. Okay, so
I'm so mad. I only ever get mad at card games when I mess up myself, and I was so excited to play cards this game that I just played all the wrong cards.
I think you'll still have this. Don't worry.
Maybe.
I'm gonna banish
Perhaps.
these 3 Terra cards to level to 3.
And then heal 3.
Yeah, and that puts me to 3 Terra cards in this little zone. No, 4, because I did that Devoted Bloomweaver turn 1. So 4. So I have the on enter, recover 4. Then during my recollection, I am going to pop my Shard of Empowerment to empower 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then put down this and this mysterious cards to play Harmonious Mantra at fast speed.
A lot of healing. Yeah.
Yep, which is going to recover 3 plus level, so it's going to be 8 more. 3 plus 5 plus 2.
I hate control. I hate control so bad.
Back down to
die.
9. Yay!
Just die.
Yeah, we're doing good now. Okay, oh, I got to ready the hard way there. Okay, and now I will recollect, now that I'm done with my recollection. Well, here's the thing, though. 3 cards, that's not a lot to have in hand.
Just keep playing more.
Can't play that. This is fine. I'm going to attack Jin and get on attack empower 2 since I'm facing north.
Okay.
And then after attacking, I'm going to put down these 2 cards to Harmonious Mantra for 8 again.
Yeah.
Whoops, that's the wrong direction. So go from 1 away from death down to actually 1.
I could have won.
2 cards in hand, but I have healed entirely. I'm totally fresh now. Just 1 damage on me. At the end of the turn, I'm going to turn my Shifting Currents south, which I know I chose not to do with those mantras just so I could draw the card off of the inherited effect and have something to work with next turn. Maybe pass turn. Go for it. You got to kill me again.
What do I even do? I'm gonna go to
Oh, yeah. So the viewers hopefully can see that the games can definitely have some exciting and swingy and powerful turns where your decks get to do pretty fun
throw
stuff.
out this life amulet.
Sure.
This turn.
Yeah. I mean,
And
you're
then I'm gonna...
you're in control of the game right now. It might have felt bad that I healed a bunch last turn, but you have a million cards in hand and a lot of potential action. You have Wind Cutter right now, which is just a free attack every single turn to keep pumping the damage back on, and I will run out of recovery. I can't recover forever. Like, the fact that you've had Banner Knight stick in play for 3 turns is already just insane. Lee Long, yes, this is Tabletop Simulator that we're playing.
Thinking. No, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just gonna play.
I mean,
again.
yeah, Wind Cutter it up, baby.
So that's gonna be.
Are you gonna use the Halberd again?
I mean, I don't see.
Yeah, if you don't use the Halberd, then you don't get the damage buff from his inherited effect, if that matters, because this is a sword attack, not a polearm.
Oh. I'll use it. Why not?
Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage again.
And this is gonna go.
And then the buff on the
I'll
Banner
give
Knight.
Give the buff to the Banner Knight.
Yep.
Oh. Let's do this again.
Yeah, guess what? It's the guy.
Yeah.
It was, I think there wasn't a realistic option there, though, to, like, attack with just the Halberd into the Neophytes. You can play, if you had 2, especially if you had 2 of the Eminent Commanders, then playing both of those for cheap would, like, put a ton of pressure on the board, too. That could have been kind of neat.
Well, so I'm gonna pay it too for A commander.
Oh yeah, okay. There you go. You had you had plenty of commanders apparently. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It's 3 damage to anything. You didn't have to kill the neophyte. Yeah, the damage to face is right there for sure. I kind of understand where your turn went wrong now. Yep.
Well, my turn. Okay, so my turn went wrong in so many different ways. It's really funny. Well, I'm gonna get rid of this with I'm gonna try to hit that for 2.
Yeah. No, I think that makes sense.
And then hit that for 1, and then I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna control the control.
Hit me for 2 actually.
What?
Because you pump the Banner Knight with the attack.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
I forgot.
And this has the pump from Banner Knight. Yeah. No, I mean you're still in a really good place. Okay, so my materialize.
Sorry, chat. I'm just bumbling through this so hard.
You're coming back. Yeah, I mean I like just. What are these again? How do I just view things quick again?
Alt Shift.
Okay.
You know, most of the tabletop things are like E and Q kind of like rotate things in like some games, or like R for random or F for flip, but Alt and Shift, there's not really a clever.
Yeah. Like a way to remember it.
Thing to say
Yeah.
about it.
You just Alt and Shift. I think I have to Bauble of Abundance here. I don't want to risk the cards. Yeah, I'm gonna. Whoops. I'm gonna give you a card. I'm sure. I'll just pop it now. I don't care. Pop it during Recollection.
Whoa.
To draw. Well, this is a good dude. I don't think he's gonna get me out of this quite yet, but we'll see. Cool. Draw for turn. Okay. Wow, I wish you didn't kill that thing. 3 down, then this, and then I draw 1, and then that's not the right amount of things. I can't.
Leilong, there is a tabletop simulator lobby, but it's like a lobby for every game open. So I think you can type like Grand Archive in and it'll filter down. So maybe. I don't think I've ever used tabletop to play with random people, but it is possible.
I feel so not good about my situation. I literally have none of these options feel great. I mean, no, because I can't.
It looks like the sleeve is on the other card this game.
Yeah, it definitely is. Because last game I had you absolutely over a railing.
And it's an Ultra Pro too. It's not even a good one.
Oh. Oh no. This is just gonna have to be played. Okay, like this isn't terrible, right? It just I can't get that off of it, but that's. We just have to do this
Hopefully
next
you don't
turn.
have an Ultra Pro sponsorship.
I don't. Don't worry. Oh, I just can't do both of these things. You're not gonna believe this, 2 lanes. I'm 1 card short of everything
You're
being
one
beautiful.
Oh.
Everything's beautiful if I have 1 extra card in hand right now, but I don't. So I think the play is just that, and then I don't actually shift that at all. Oh wait, no, I keep forgetting. I have my Taiji to use. Everything's fine. I can just use my Taiji. I keep forgetting that.
This is the second time that you've been 1 short.
Well, I should just put it. I should do what I actually do when I'm playing the games. I put it down in memory, so I don't forget that it's a thing that I can do. Yeah. Okay. Well, that. Okay.
That just seems like a pretty decent card. Is that like a playable constructed card?
It might actually be. I think it might be a little underrated right now.
I mean, reservable, just like not paying a card. If you can do that multiple times, seems like pretty good value.
No, wait, this route is not the one that works. We have to do this. into, I guess, shift there, and then... Okay, yeah, it's this into this. So pay those 3 for Ruinous Pillars of Kidao.
Okay.
Yeah,
Powering 2. Drawing a card.
Power 2 and draw a card. Yep. Or Qidao or something. Then we're going to slap down these 2 bad buckaroos. We're going to play Leeching Bolt. We're going to shift over to west. And then we're going to target with this the Banner Knight. Definitely have to kill this thing.
Okay. That's going to do how much?
It's going to deal 5 damage to the Banner Knight from the Empower. And I'm going to recover 2. And then since it was empowered, I will preserve it. We'll set it to the side here. Then at the end of my turn, I'm going to shift my currents from west to east, sack Qidao, and destroy Eminent Commander. Oh, also, you get to pop your Life Essence Amulet before you forget.
Yes.
To draw a card too.
Wow.
Yeah, Hexel is right. You can, on the official Grand Archive Discord, you can LFG. We also have, on the main deck Discord, we have LFG roles, and we are going to be running a Mortal Ambition League starting next week as well for Grand Archive players. I haven't put out the announcement for that, but that's coming very shortly. Very shortly.
This is a weird one, because this time you haven't done any damage to me, so all my stuff that I would need to be at a damage threshold is not really doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna bobble. Like, it might be a mistake. Like, this is where I need to like go level 3 and then like just start like putting my mail out there. But I'm just gonna play slow, I guess.
I would say I don't hate going fast right now, unless you put some really good cards down. I think going fast seems pretty good because you can just start hitting me with Shuangji before I can... I mean, the Shuangji is going to self-damage you too, so it's going to push itself a little bit into some damage, but... actually, the earlier you play Berserker Plate, probably the sooner you win the game.
Yeah, that's what
I'm going to say.
That's what I was thinking for going level 3. You know, I'll do that. Sure, I'll see what happens.
I think that's reasonable.
I'm just not aggro enough, I guess. I don't got that dog in me.
You gotta go to Costco.
Floating. You gotta go to Costco?
Yeah, get the Costco dog.
Oh, the dog. So earlier, I put this down when I could have put something else down, and I thought I messed up because when you board wiped me, like at the very beginning of the game, if I would have put down my other wind card, I could have just saved both of them.
That would have been so insane.
Oh, dang.
That would have been such a blowout.
Those are all going to be gone. I'll be level 3. I'm going to draw some cards.
Yeah, having a 6-card hand here feels pretty good on level 3. Punch me back. Punch me back hard.
Thinking about the specific way I wish to punch you.
That's fair. Like, I definitely need to get this down, I think.
Alright, this will be funny. Hee. I'm just gonna play one cutter again.
Oh, okay. Surprise. This time I just take 2.
Yep.
Cool. What are you gonna reveal? Wow, an Eminent Commander.
So
Crazy.
that time they weren't both wind that time.
Oh wow, you're actually gambling.
Yep.
Because you lost the favorable, yeah.
Because I'm gonna pay 2 and then I'm gonna play this. Oh wait, no.
You didn't do enough damage.
Do 3 damage. Oh well, I'm not gonna do anything then. That's the end of my turn.
Hit me for 2 and Berserker Plate next turn, so that's still not unreasonable.
Oh no, are those the 2 that I put down? Yes.
I think for me, the best play I can do right now is absolutely just to take Leeching Bolt back to get the card. A card in hand is going to be worth it here. Ready the Taigum. Okay. And then Tigum, this and this. Play a Hydro Guard Retainer. I guess that's going to taunt. That might be pretty annoying for you. And then I don't feel any pressure to do anything like that. I'm just going to go to the end of my turn and use Shifting Currents to shift north.
All right. Going to my turn.
Yeah, I think this makes sense.
I'm going to get rid of this. No. Oops, not that. Get that armor, baby. That armor that hurts me.
It hurts so good.
It does hurt so good. All right, so that's going to be that. And then I'm going to go to my recollection phase and take 3 damage.
Yes, sir.
And draw a card. I'm going to get this, and I'm going to get this, and I'm going to draw a card.
Yep.
Ooh.
I'm at least glad I have a Hydro Guard Retainer right now to make you have to work for it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I do have to work for it a little bit. I'm going to put 3 down and just pierce the heavens on that guy. Schwang.
For
I'm just
3?
gonna kill him. Yes.
Just for 3 though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's a 1/4.
Oh, he's one.
Yeah, did you want to do something else? Or is that good still? You can play your little dude and finish him then.
I guess I'm gonna, yeah. Let me throw down this banner knight.
Oh, there you go. That
And then
or
play the Pierce to Heaven.
that doesn't Banner Knight doesn't pump the pierce at all, but you can still attack with the Banner Knight.
I mean, I can still attack him.
Yep,
yeah.
you sure can. I just wanted to make sure you understood that. You got it. Okay, 3 marked from the pierce.
And then bonk.
Okay, in response to that, I'm going to put down 2 cards.
I just meant.
You know, no, trust me, this isn't as
So frustrating.
this isn't as good.
This is so frustrating.
It's not as good. It's not as good as you
won
think.
The game, it could have been over. Now we're gonna have to sit here for another hour.
It's not going to be another hour, because this does not work as well as I would like it to. Because I'm just going to get recover 3 here because I'm going to use the spell play to shift my currents west, so that I can draw a card off of Hydro Guard.
The cards the right way.
And then this resolves and I only recover 3. And then it dies.
All right, well that's my turn.
Okay, now I have to
heal back all the health. Just keep using the leeching bolt forever.
I have to empower it. That's the problem. I haven't found a way to empower it every turn. Alrighty. Because this doesn't have the new Tome of Sorcery in it, and I really wish it did. I really wish I had a Tome. Tome of Sorcery would be really good. This, oh no, I don't have any float. I didn't think I did, but I wanted to double check. The fan. I'm saving. I got a secret. I'm saving it. Holding on to my secret right now. I guess this is a play. Sure. Life Essence Amulet also. Not a good play, but it's a play. Then draw this card. Ooh, okay. Shift east. Well, that's not gonna happen. We're gonna go 1, 2, 2, 3. Sure, we'll just play Spirited Neophyte. Yeah, this makes sense. Okay, I'm going to attack Banner Knight for 2.
Okay.
And then Taiji and 1 Leeching Bolt. Oh, I'm not facing north. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. I'm still going to do it. Because then I can face north after that. So deal 2 to it, recover 2. And then at end of turn, I will shift my current south and draw a card.
All right. I'm going to get out my spear.
Yep.
What's that? Draw.
Did you take 5 and draw?
Nope, I didn't take 5 or take 3.
And you take 3 and draw. Yep, there's all your draws. There you go. Now your Shuangji actually does 4 damage. And, yep. I'm falling behind. Panakes. Yeah, this hopefully is showing people some plays they can make with both decks. They both can be pretty tricky to play, though. Like, I totally understand. It's, I think it's definitely helpful to see some starter deck gameplay before you just dive right in. That was what Ava Plays Stuff did the video for Kongming for this set, and she put in like some sample play in the middle, and I was so smart. That's something I need to try and figure out if I can like set up for any future videos like that as well.
Everything sucks. All right, I'm gonna
You have like a million cards in hand. How can it be that bad?
I'm gonna play this Safeguard Paladin.
Okay, well, you know, I guess.
Yep, that's
You could Wind Cutter the Neophyte and then attack with the Paladin. That was a play that existed.
It was, I guess.
You still could do that if you want to.
I think I'm just flustered at this point.
Yeah. You gotta chill. You still are.
No, I'm just mad that this is happening in general. The game should have been over. I should have already finished this.
Yeah, I like to point out too that like one of the reasons I love this game so much is it's a game full of very nuanced play, and very important, constant, important small decisions that you make. So doing something as simple as resourcing slightly wrong every single turn can throw off.
Yeah, like putting Wind Cutter in my memory.
Well, just play the Wind Cutter first. I don't care.
No. I already did it.
Oh my god.
I did the crime. Now I'm gonna pay for it.
You're one of these types, huh?
I'm not. Yeah, because then if I do it, then you're just letting me win.
Flan.
I'm just gonna hit you with
Flan. The Leeching Bolt was not preserved because the Shifting Currents was not north during the Neophyte's attack. So I don't believe there was a way to make that work. You're just doing what? Attack me with the Shuangji.
Hit you for 4.
For 4, you got it. And then 2 more.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it.
Okay. Do I just have to like? Yeah, I mean. I might just... Oh, but I really like these. Okay, I know what I have to do this turn because I keep putting it off. No, we're saving that. I guess we're just going to put the sweet...
Wait, Safeguard swings for 3 because of Jin's level 1 ability to give +1.
Oh, you're right.
Thanks.
Yep, you're right.
DX.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we didn't declare that +1, but yep, absolutely. You get that. So I put out a thing. It's just as a recover 3. That's all it does. Then draw. Why is this south? This should be... This should have been west, right? Oh, no, I did... At the end of turn, I did a south. Yeah, I shifted to south. Shifted to north and then south. Yeah, okay, sorry. I was just trying to remember what I did. Okay, well, that's fine. That's like a... Do I want to do this now? Do I have any reason to? Oh, wait, this is a spell? Oh, okay, hold on. All right, we have plays. We're going to do these plays right now. We're going to Idle Thoughts. Okay, just set these aside. Look at these top 4. Wow, these suck. Okay, well, I got to try and get through them.
That's the worst when you look at some number and you got to put them all back on top. You're like, oh, I just draw nothing good for the next 4 turns. That's good to know.
Yay. Yeah, that's definitely a big starter deck problem. Just with them being just kind of like, you know, they're not as powerful as a regular deck. Okay, do that, and then... One, two, then that would... I don't have a way... I was kind of hoping to figure out a shift north, and I don't like my options. Well, I guess I could just do this. Okay, I might just have to. Flip Taiji. Use Taiji. Play Wisdom's Reprise. So now I get to Glimpse 3. And I'm going to tell you what. I'm just going to put... Oh, I could have done this better, actually. I could have put a card that I was okay drawing. Whatever. All right, these are all just going on the bottom. I'm not going to think about it too much. How do you bottom cards?
You just got to pick it up. And...
okay. Cool. Fair enough. That works.
There is a way to bottom one card at a time where you like hold right click and it like goes down and you can slide it under there, but
okay. And then I draw 1 into memory, which is a really, yeah, probably the worst card from that pile. But this is a spell activation, so I'm going to shift the trigger as well. Shift the currents with the trigger as well. And then what I'm going to do is I am currently level 3. So I'm going to... Oh, wait. South. No, this doesn't work either. Oh, this is... Your Safeguard Paladin is actually immune from my play anyway. All right, whatever. Fine. This whole thing's scuffed. I'm just going to go to the end of turn and shift north. Go. I think my...
game.
I don't think I had... my currents were not lining up with my hand. I wasn't able to really find a line that made sense. Oh, I guess I could have attacked with this thing to kill this thing. Whatever. I'll just not have done it. You were not taking back your stuff too. That's fine. I just didn't attack with a Neophyte. I accept.
What am I doing here?
It's because I'm trying to hold back the Neophyte to retaliate. It's protection.
Yeah.
Or something.
All right. I'm gonna pay this Min Flesh for my Whetstone.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna take 3 damage.
And the cool thing about that ability is you can draw into like fast speed stuff to play here before you recollect too.
Oh. Well, I didn't do that.
Which is pretty spicy.
Let's see.
Man, all my plans just that turn just shattered by the direction my currents were facing. So wild. Wait, these are both the same thing? Oh man. That is rough.
Alright, I think I'm gonna put... Man, that really kills my hand, huh? That sure does kill my hand.
You get to draw a card when you pop this, though.
Yeah.
You just pop it right now and get another card. Might be huge.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I'll just do that.
Yeah. So +1 on the Shuangji. And then you drew a
That is terrible.
really good card.
I'm going to put that there.
You drew an Idle Thoughts.
It could be pretty decent, depending. I'm going to try to Wind Cutter the Nephalite.
The
Neophyte.
For 2?
Yes.
Okay. I have no response to that.
All right. Wow. Nope.
Ooh, finally got rid of the Wind Cutter, and I will retaliate and deal 2 back.
Oh, you can retaliate. Okay. Whoops. That's...
Yep, and that tapped your champion too.
Yeah. Oh.
I put you to 20, so I made your Shuangji better, but you were gonna go to 20 anyway. Yeah, Flan.
I don't know what's going on.
Wisdom.
Play horse.
Wisdom, height, and leeching would have been better. I agree.
Horse. Kill the Neophyte because it should have 2 damage on it, right?
Yeah, it sure does. I think
and
when
then put the 2 damage on the Paladin, and then I guess when that doesn't attack, count, does it need to be a weapon to get the +1?
It needs to be with a pole arm, so you didn't use a pole arm, so you don't get the +1 there. So you just have.
I do have 4, so I'm gonna hit you with 4.
Flan, I think when I was looking at that line, I was trying to get a floating memory, but I wasn't considering that Heighten also has floating memory, so it was completely just my mistake. Wisdom, Heighten, Leeching would have gotten the Shifting Currents up to north. Yeah, that would have been way better. 100%, that would have been the play. Okay, so you're done. Now what I'm going to do is... Give me that Idle Thoughts. Let me get this Idle Thoughts out of here. I'm going to pay the Idle Thoughts to play this here Fan of 7 Debts. And on enter, draw a card. Oh my god, it's all these cards all the way down. Then... In Recollection... What am I doing? I'm going to Heighten Spellcraft to empower 3. Do I want to do anything with that? Ooh, is that good? Not good enough. Your Safeguard Paladin's actually annoying right now. I want you to know that.
Get him. Get him, Paladin.
I don't think I have time to screw around with your allies. I think I just have to, like, not die, I guess? I'm just deciding if I want to shift from the Spellcraft, and I just don't. Oh, I didn't use my Life Essence Amulet either when my thing died. Whoops. Whoopsies.
I mean, you gave that one to me. You can have that one.
Dope. Okay. Yeah, sure. It might be good.
You're gonna draw Water Prison off that, and I'm just
yeah.
Gonna mauled.
Yeah. Not a bad card. Okay, we're gonna stay north. We're gonna stay true north. Stay the course here, I think, because all of these options aren't like too exciting. Yeah. Okay. Recollect and draw. What? Okay. Oh, wow. Interesting. You're gonna be so mad at me.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh my god. You're gonna be so mad. What's... Why do we have a guitar happening now?
I hurt myself today.
I'm gonna play Spirited Neophyte and attack Safeguard Paladin for 2 and get the Empower 2.
Okay.
And then let's see, Empower 3, Empower 2.
You're just gonna heal for 1,000,000 again?
I'm gonna use Taigam and this card, and I'm gonna Harmonious Mantra to recover for 3, 6, 5 for 11. And then, you know, just for fun, I'll pop the Ambrosia to go to 0.
This game has moved 3 slots down my tier list.
Oh no.
Wow, this is crazy. You've healed like almost like double your max health.
I found all 4 mantras. Silly. Yep. I'm going to, at end of turn, shift my current south and draw a card.
Okay.
Okay, pass.
Okay. I'm gonna put Bobble. I'm just gonna get all these back and draw a card.
And did you pay 3 or did you lose 3 and draw also?
No.
You have to do that.
There's no max hand size.
No max hand size. Draw as many as you want.
I would like to draw the card that gives me a bunch of damage. That'd be nice.
Well, thankfully, your Chuangji is going to get there eventually. If you don't break it first.
All right. I am going to put 2 down.
And you do have a draw with Bobble as well. It's a ooh. Okay.
And then I'm gonna put 4 down for Hemorrhage.
Okay, so take the 4 from Enrage. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty good, I would say. So your Enrage is adding 6 damage. Your Shuangji is adding 6 damage. So 12, and the Hemorrhage is adding 4, so it's a 16 damage cleave. So what I'm gonna do is put 1 card down, and we're gonna Coriolis to prevent 4 of it. On spell play, I'll shift my currents west so I can draw into memory, and maybe it's cool. Okay, well, arguably. And then I will prevent 4 and take 12.
Yay, you're back up to where you
dies.
just were.
Yay!
And then I'll hit you for
and then 2, yeah, because the +1 from the spear on your horsey. 14. Yep, that seemed pretty good. And you are not dead.
Nope.
Not dead at all. Okay. Oh boy. Well. So I have a play. If I don't make this play... Oh my god. Wait, would you despise me if I did that, or would it actually not matter? I think you might feel like you despise me and then still win the game if I do this play.
I just want it to end at this point, honestly. I just want the suffering to end.
You're gonna win. Maybe. You might win. You could win.
In my torment.
All right, I am going to... I think the actual...
Kill you a 4th time.
I think the actual route to winning is actually... I think I have a floating, don't I? I have a heightened spellcraft. Yeah, that's the only float here, I think. But yeah, that's one float. So we're gonna use a heightened spellcraft and one card at random to play Entrancing Filigree. 6, so banish this. So on enter, as a spell, I'm gonna banish target non-champion object I don't control. So I'm gonna banish the Shuangji to prevent you from getting that last attack with it. On leave, it goes back to your control rested.
Does it keep the durability?
Durabilities are gone now. So
okay.
if you had, I don't know if that deck has a way to get rid of this in the starter deck, but
oh, so it's just gone forever.
yeah, I think so, because I don't think Zephyr's in the starter deck. I don't think Zephyr is. Okay, so that's that, and then recollect and draw. We're nowhere near playing this thing.
I'm just gonna go back to hurt.
We're gonna play Devoted Bloomweaver. On enter, empower 2. I just have to attack the steed for 2, I guess. That's a 1/3. It doesn't die.
No.
Oh, actually, no. I attack your champ for 2, I suppose. It's fine. Because then play 2 of these down to Leeching Bolt. Shifting this to north on the steed for 4 from the Empower. So deal 4 to it, recover 2, and then preserve. And then end of turn, shift currents south and draw 1. Go ahead.
All right, ready. I have no materials left. I'm just gonna get everything back. Then I'm gonna take 3 and draw. Then I'm gonna draw. Let's see what we got here.
It's fine.
Yeah, there's just no way. I'm gonna pop this and we both draw.
Yay! I drew a card.
That's literally worthless.
You have a 9-card hand,
Yeah,
and you can't find damage.
Nope. I have 2 regenerates and a materialized polearm.
Regenerates draw cards.
Yeah, but spending my...
I mean, I think you'll have another turn with 2 regenerates.
Ugh.
I mean, yeah, you can... You just might as well use them now, I suppose. And you paid you took 3 and drew a card of the Berserker, right? I wasn't paying attention.
I did.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I think you just use the regenerates to dig, and if you have any allies to play, just put a little extra pressure on. It just gets preserved when it dies. So I can draw my 2/2 for 2 when I feel like it.
Man, the hand math in this game is hard. Like, I don't know what I can actually play. Like, it takes me so long to figure out what I can actually play and what I can't play.
It takes a little getting used to, yeah. It's definitely one of those things that you get a lot faster at it when you're used to the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna play the regenerates.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the right call. It's gonna give you a little buffer.
Generate 2.
just gonna find you some more stuff.
Play another one.
Draw into memory. Those are supposed to be draws into memory.
Oh.
It's a neat thing about this game is drawn to memory is available as like a half draw value. It's like not quite as powerful as a full draw.
I need one extra. I'll put this in. 2.
Yep, you should have 6 in now.
Well, yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. I'm just gonna play a Terrafring. Okay. I'm so good at TTS. Cool, so I can just use that to like make you have to pay to perform attacks and stuff for one turn. And then draw. Amazing. I will... I mean, yeah, I guess I'll attack you for 2.
Yep.
One thing I keep doing is I mouse over an ally and I press A to attack with it. And that...
You playing StarCraft?
I don't know what key command that's from. I don't play a lot of RTSs. Okay. Well, let's see. I can just try and put you to lethal, I guess, and see what you can do about that.
I end my turn.
Play Cone of Frost. So
Yeah.
I'm going to deal 4 damage to you there, and then on play, I'm also going to shift my currents from south to east in order to rest Taiji to deal 3 more to you. And then I'll pop the fan to go north, and then at end of turn, shift south to draw a card. And then it's your turn.
I will take 3 and draw 1, and then I'll draw 1.
Yep, and if you have a Mend Flesh, you get another turn after this. Otherwise, in your recollection phase, I guess I popped Terrafring, so it costs you 2 to perform attacks as well.
All right, I mean, you got it.
Really? Show me that hand.
I mean, there might be something in here. I don't feel like finding it at this point.
You have... Oh, did you just draw these things? The Blood Bonds?
Yes.
Oh, okay, because these are 7 damage attackers. Wait, can't you play both of these and kill me?
I don't know.
You need 5, 2, 3...
Nope, sure can't.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're 1 card short. The Terrafring made it so you can't kill me.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh man, I'm sorry, chat. I missed lethal, and then I never recovered, and we had to play like another hour of game.
Well, they came to watch the gameplay, so I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, but when it's like, I don't know.
It's a learning game. I mean, what do you expect? You yeah, you were remarkably close to a win that entire time. Drawing all 4 Harmonious Mantra was obviously pretty fortunate for me. It kept you off of everything.
Yeah,
constantly.
I basically went through 3 health bars and did not kill you.
Yeah, it's crazy that you were just 1 card short of the Blood Bond kill at the end still, and it was only because I had Terrafring. That's kind of insane, actually. I had no protection in hand. I had no way to stop it. So if you could have just had 1 more card, like I told you, that's, you know, it's always if I had 1 more card, I had you, and that was exactly the case there. You could have dealt 7, 8, 9, 10. I think, because you could have used the cutter. No, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I don't know. I just had the exact answer each time after you missed lethal.
Yep. That's what I get.
Okay, well, so are you able to extract yourself from the emotional situation of missing lethal and tilting over it to talk about how you feel, or?
I think it's pretty crazy that you can heal so much. No, I don't know if I can. I'm so mad. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Okay. All right.
I guess that's on me, but yeah, I don't know. It was 3 hours for 2 games.
Well, for teaching, I mean,
Yeah.
this certainly wasn't intended to be let's jam 600 games, in one sitting. It was, the most important thing was teaching how the game worked, to the audience and to you, and going through any interactions and everything. But yeah, I mean, in that case, then I'm not going to force you to play anymore.
No, okay. Let me just. I think the resource system is pretty interesting, because I think early on it was just like, oh, go down to 1 card in hand. And I'm like, oh, that's terrible. And it's like, oh, that's just not how the game plays, huh? That's just not what it is.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I think the win things are cool. The classes that we've seen here have some pretty neat mechanics. I'm sure that Jin not dying has some pretty fun things, like you were saying, the mirror match, or like if you see this card and you just heal 8 and you're like, oh, I'm suddenly not dead at all anymore.
Yeah, the fact that you lost that card early on, or in mid game, like, actually affected your ability to win the game too. Which,
I mean, everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong for me. So
it did feel that way. Yeah, it was kind of an unfortunate setup, but
well, I mean, early game. Okay, that's not true. Early game, I was doing pretty good, other than losing this 1 card.
You were really popping off, and then you just missed the math on 1 turn. And then, I mean, we could have just stepped back and been like, okay, well, you had it right, and then just shuffle up and play another one. But the reason I wanted to keep playing was because there are.
Oh no, I don't actually give up. I'll say like, oh no, I can't win, but I'm not gonna scoop.
Sure. But there are definitely players out there who are interested in games that aren't just, there's a lot of games on the market that tend to eventually devolve into just like turn 2, turn 3 kills.
Yeah.
And people are always interested to see if there are games where the game does go longer and they do get to play it out. So I wanted to show, like, see if Kongming could come back from that. And I really drew a lot of the right stuff to be able to come back at that point too. As well as then you hitting some pretty rough cards like the Men Flesh. Was just, yeah.
I imagine that card doesn't end up in a constructed deck.
Which one?
The heal 2.
Oh, Regenerate.
Yeah,
Regenerate hasn't been getting played. I don't think. It's not great. Men Flesh is insane, but Regenerate's.
Oh yeah, Men Flesh seems really good. This is like a 2-cost draw.
It's a card that you probably just want to, like, when you have a turn cycle where you can have 3 cards up and potentially even holding up an interaction piece or something, then you can just use it to dig a little deeper when it's convenient. If you had the constructed version of this Jin deck, you would have had a bunch of other tools. You would have had a way to banish this even temporarily just to get the Shuangji back and then swing with it and take me out.
You drawing that card and the other card.
Well, this was in my material deck.
Oh, that's your material.
Yeah, that was my materialized for the turn.
Like a decent material.
Yeah, it's actually pretty sweet. I think it's got some constructed applications for sure. What I wanted to do actually one game was get you to like where you were at, like, 34 or something, and then use it to get rid of your plate. Right. But you still don't die until the end phase, but it could have put you there. But yeah, I ended up I just was doing everything to keep you off of the kill, which is obviously just how you play the control deck.
Yep.
And I, from my perspective, I really appreciate that in this game, especially when you're at constructed, you have a lot of aggressive decks that are quite powerful, and you have a lot of mid-range decks that are quite powerful, and there are some control decks that are quite good as well. Probably some that would frustrate you quite a bit, actually. Like Luxem is one I think of. Majora says, if it helps, the prolonged game showed a lot of interactions, which as a newbie I enjoyed. That's, that was also, part of it. I thought it was nice just to try and show both decks trying to kind of dig out of a hole and see who managed to get there. I really did think the whole time that you were going to do it eventually. But, and as you saw, again, you were just a card short. There was just it was just slightly off. And if you had seen a Bloodbond Bladesworn, I can never say his name. If you saw him like a turn earlier, I think it was a different game. I think then you just take it. Even if I kill him, it doesn't matter. Then you just murder me with the second one the next turn. So
yeah, I think I had drawn. I drew the first one, but like I think I had already used most of my resources or something. Like I couldn't have played it.
Sure. Or did you regenerated into it that turn?
Yeah, maybe that was it. That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunate. Just unfortunate situation. Yeah, so I mean, I guess I didn't know how fervently you would hate control. But the decks,
it's not even maybe the control, it's just that it went on so long.
Yeah.
That's my bad. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It is a game where two decks can certainly go to time in a tournament. Players are definitely encouraged to learn how to play decks very quickly, and we were definitely exacerbated by like you being newer, me trying to explain things a little bit more, and then playing on TTS in general, which slows a lot of things down. And me being bad at TTS, like it takes me forever just to do simple actions. So that certainly is not helping our ability to play quickly.
I'm gonna have to go on a training arc or something and come back.
Yeah, you could. It's I want the audience to take from this how much I enjoy the game, and not just because I get to heal 42 and make you feel bad about that, but I don't usually play decks like this Kongming deck. I prefer to play. I actually have a Win Jin that I'm refining right now that I really, really like. I like decks more like the Win Jin deck, and just recognize, I guess, that some of your outs to the control deck and your ways around control pieces are just not as present in the starter deck because they're quite strong. And in reality, there aren't a lot of decks that are just playing like, well, we'll see. We've got a big tournament coming up next week. We'll see if people are starting to play it or something. But cards like this thing that recover a bunch are starting to get looked at a little bit in a different deck than Kongming. And we'll see if it shows up at the higher tables. But this is like the first card. This and Men Flesh are the first card they've printed that like recover this much also. But often it doesn't really matter because like you saw, you just missed lethal. Like I would have never had a chance to win this game if you just had the numbers right.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
I'm saying I don't want you to feel bad about it, but just from the game's defending the game, I guess.
Oh, I'm not saying. Yeah, this is me being mad over it is not about the game really. It's just about these games.
Sure.
Like there's nothing about this where I was like, oh, this mechanic is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. You know, that kind of whatever.
Yeah. Nope, that's cool.
When to level up. Yeah, there's a lot of decisions to be made for sure.
Well, Two Lanes, if you ever want to play again, I'm happy to try and set up we can do another stream or something and try and play some faster games. I could give you some constructed decks or something and we can go to town. Brian's asking if we're playing anymore, and I'll say no. This has obviously been a really long time. We're not going to sit down and torture Two Lanes with more control right now.
I won't miss the lethal next time.
Yeah. Now, you're doing what you're doing, though, is what every new player learns. You have to learn it at some point. That's you see all of the intricacies and where the lines are. So But I think we're just going to call it here. So thank you so much, Two Lanes, for hopping on the stream tonight.
Hopefully I'm not too mad.
Yeah. I hope when you've cooled down a little bit, you'll look back fondly on the 3 hours we spent together playing these two games. We'll see where you rank Grand Archive now. Maybe I did just completely, when you do your tier list, maybe I did completely destroy it for you. Like, nope, it's actually a F-tier game, worst game ever played.
Regardless of how I feel about it, the fact that it is like one of the only Kickstarter games that's like gone on to do anything, there's no way it could be like, I can't put this below. Well, maybe I shouldn't name names.
You can. I don't know. We're fine here on main deck. That's cool.
Yeah, but they're definitely not the game's problem. Definitely need a training arc. Do the Rocky music.
Yeah.
Then maybe we'll have a rematch, and then I can be laughing about the the first couple games.
I think the skill expression in Grand Archive is remarkably high. The players who are good at this game are really, really good.
Really good.
Really
good.
It
seems like flesh and blood, but there's more than 4 cards.
Yeah, I like that. Very true. And you don't, I mean, for better or worse, you don't see your entire deck every game either. Far from it, in fact. That's very different than Flesh and Blood.
We went on for a long time and we've seen half of our deck.
I mean, also games rarely actually go to your entire material deck. That's like, that was pretty crazy.
I assume.
That was pretty crazy. Okay, but yeah, let's just call it there. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope a few of you got to learn something, and if not, maybe this will float around for people to be able to watch. Share it if you want to tell your friends, hey, if you want to learn this game, it only takes 3 hours watching this video, and then you'll have a good understanding. Alternatively, of course, we have the Ultimate How to Play Grand Archive, which is more like 25 minutes, and that's a lot more digestible. So, but you know, different strokes for different folks, different options. But thank you all so much for tuning in tonight.
You should definitely do the How to Play, even though telling people this now at the end of the video or this stream.
Yeah, yep. That's now that you got to the end.
I watched everything, and now they're saying watch this other video.
Tell your friends to watch the How to Play now that you've watched this, perhaps. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good one. Limelight, I'm not going to show him Erupting Merlin. Maybe I will. The deck's, it's a really sweet deck that just draws cards until it combos off for infinity.
Okay. Ooh, and there's combo off for infinity in this game?
Yeah, the Rye deck does that, and Erupting did, but they just banned Erupting. Which, in my opinion, wasn't necessary, but yeah, there are definitely there's some really cool, like, insta-lethal combos that, because of the, like, advanced element system and everything, aren't just, like, first turn kill things you can do, but they're, like, things you kind of have to set up and play around, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different decks with a lot of different playstyles. So I'll show you. I'll have to show you, and I'll like send you a clip of an Erupting game at some point or something, just so you can like see it go off. It's pretty funny when it does. All right, yeah, let's just call it a video. So thanks so much, everyone. Have a good night. We'll see you in the next one.